Well, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's your boy Christian coming at you live for Game 3 of the Philadelphia Flyers versus Carolina Hurricanes in the second round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. The Hurricanes currently hold a commanding 2-0 lead, but that could all change tonight if the Philadelphia Flyers give a good effort and get one for the home team. We welcome you all, one and all, Caniacs. If you're here to, like me, to watch the Hurricanes jump out to a 3-0 lead in the series, or maybe you're a Flyers fan and you want to see me cry tears of misery tonight, we welcome you all to come and watch along with us tonight. We're going to be watching this game and reacting live. We are still about 10 minutes till puck drop, so feel free to just, turn on the game, keep this open in your browser or on your device, wherever you might be. Get a nice cold beverage of choice, nice little soft drink, so that you can enjoy the game. So so it's right now, at least for the first period, it's just going to be myself for the most part. And then hopefully our boy Nick will be joining us for the game. But I want to talk, if you're here, if you're watching, I want to talk about some of the storylines heading into this game. Let me see real quick if I can. I'm going to get the scoreboard all lined up for this game tonight. All right, here we go. So some of the storylines heading in. First of all, you might see there on your screen, Owen Tippett is the leading goal scorer for the Philadelphia Flyers. He will not be playing tonight. So there will be, again, no Owen Tippett. He did not play for the first 2 games of the season, of this series. And again, no Owen Tippett tonight. And for the Hurricanes, we just found out that Alexander Nikishin will be drawing into the lineup tonight. So Nikishin is back from injury after that hard hit in Game 4 of the first round. He'll be playing tonight, but Owen Tippett will not be. Also, the Flyers are actually missing a couple of other players. Let's take a look real quick at their, let's see if we can get to the roster here. So, Noah Cates is going to be out tonight, and I think I heard he's going to be out for the remainder of the series, which is not good for the Flyers. So, missing both Tippett and Cates tonight. We'll see if the Flyers can, be resilient and still, in spite of the injuries, get they're in front of their home fans, so maybe the fans will be able to give them enough energy to come out and get one back for the Flyers. And hey, if the Flyers do get one back today, that's going to make this series very interesting, because then all of a sudden you head into Game 4. And if the Flyers can get that one, then you're going back all square back to Raleigh for Game 5. So this game obviously is critical. I think it's not too much to say that this is a must-win game for the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. If they don't win tonight, obviously their season is not over yet. But going down 3-0 to a Carolina Hurricanes team, which is probably better talent-wise, I think that's safe to say. That's just going to be, there's only been, 2 or 3, I think 3 teams in history that have pulled off a 3-0 comeback in the playoffs. So safe to say this is a must-win game for the Flyers tonight. And without Tippett or without Noah Cates, it's going to be all the more difficult. As for your Carolina Hurricanes, we'll take a quick gander at their lineup. As you can see, for the injury report, if we can go to that. Whoop. Well, the reason why you're not finding the Carolina Hurricanes there is because they don't currently have any injuries. The Hurricanes are as healthy as they've been all season. Everybody's healthy, ready to go. There's, of course, some healthy scratches, like always. But we've got all our regular starters going. And I think based on the morning skate on the practice, well, I don't think there was a morning skate, but based on the practice lines, it's going to be Aho drawing back with Jarvis and Svechnikov on the first line. So in Game 2, when the Hurricanes were struggling to get that game-tying goal, Rod switched up his forward lines. He put Jordan Martinook on the top line and then dropped Jarvis down to the stall line And then wouldn't you know it, all of a sudden Jarvis scores the game tying goal. And and that was huge, obviously. And we thought maybe they might go. I thought maybe Rod would continue going with those lines into game 3, but that has not been the case. It looks like it's going to be Aho, Jarvis, and Svetch again on the top line for tonight's game. But we'll see. Maybe Rob will have a quick trigger and we'll switch those lineups back. Also, if you're here with us, I encourage you to jump in the chat, just like our boy Nick. Looks like he's joining in right now on the chat, and soon he'll be able to join us, hopefully, for the maybe the second half of the game. But yeah, let's go Canes. Pumped for tonight. And how can you not be? It's playoff hockey, man. Super stoked for some playoff hockey tonight. So, like I said, get your beverage of choice. Enjoy the game with me. I'm not going to be able to do play-by-play. I know that Steve Dangle, when he does his Leafs live broadcast, he does a lot of the play-by-play. I will try and do a little bit. But here's a couple of things. First of all, I'm probably going to be more behind in the game than you are. My feed tends to lag behind a little bit. And secondly, I don't know enough of the Flyers just based on their jersey numbers to be able to like properly tell you which Flyer has the puck and who's passing to who. I can with the Hurricanes, so I might do a little bit of that. But for the most part, it's going to be me watching, reacting, complaining, celebrating. Hopefully there'll be a lot of celebrating tonight. And hopefully you as a Hurricanes fan, if you're listening out there watching, you will be as well. So yeah, another few more minutes before puck drop. I've already managed to spill on my very nice jersey. So we're off to a great start. That's okay. These jerseys were made to sustain such things, hopefully. All right, so. Oh, look at that. We got some Canes fans showing up to support the Flyers, and not a tremendous surprise. I think Canes fans, for as many as we are, we travel pretty well. The issue is we are not a traditional hockey market, so there aren't as many of us out there as there might be Philadelphia fans. Philadelphia, remarkable sports town. The fans, they can be ruthless, but they also cheer their team on when they are good as well. So I'm sure the crowd's going to be rocking. And it looks like that they are. So if you're there, maybe you're a Hurricanes fan, you're watching this later. Hopefully you survived and you did not get beat up, killed, attacked. I remember, actually, I'll share a quick little anecdote. I went to go watch, this is a regular season game early in the season, but years and years and years ago, I went to go watch a Hurricanes game in Boston at the TD Garden, and it was rough. I went there with my then at the time girlfriend, and we were getting heckled from the moment we walked into the building. Actually, even before we got to the building, we went to the train and we didn't know which way to go. And so we asked this unassuming middle-class soccer mom, hey, which way, we know it's this train, but which way goes towards the stadium? She's like, oh, you want to go going that way? And so we get on the train, we go that way. And it took us a stop or two to realize, no, we're going the wrong way. The Boston lady sent us on the train going the wrong way. So we had to get off the train, get back on the train to go back to the stadium. And so there's some diehard fans in Boston for sure. And I'm sure there are in Philadelphia as well. They would probably do the same, if not worse, to me if I were trying to make my way to I think, what is it called? The Xfinity Center? I forget what it's called. Comcast? I don't know. Comcast Center, something like that. Whatever it's called in Philly. Packed house, I'm sure, and we're getting ready to have the Star Spangled Banner played. While they play the national anthem, let's just make sure that this is refreshing, and it looks like it is. Now, I'm hoping that my stream, although it is behind, I'm hoping it won't be too far behind the Gamecast as you watch the score and what's happening. Because otherwise I'm going to be reacting. You'll see it on the screen. You'll see the score, and then I'll be reacting a few seconds later. So we'll see. Hopefully, I'm not too far behind. I'm probably going to be behind you guys, but again, you enjoy the goal, and then come here to watch my reaction to it. Hopefully, just a few seconds later. Oh, also, if you are in the chat, maybe I should post a message about this. But if you're in the chat, please give us your score prediction and and who scores the first goal. Who scores the first goal tonight? And what's your final score prediction? Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. I'm going to say it's going to be a tight game, but I think that the Hurricanes pull this one out 4-2. It's going to be an empty net goal at the end, 4-2. And I think the first goal tonight. First goal tonight. You know, I'm going to say he's due. I'm going to say Andrei Svechnikov with the first goal tonight. I think he's due. I think he's had he had a great first round. He had a rough game last game. Had too many penalties. Pucks seemed to be jumping on him and others. But yeah, I'm going to say Andrei Svechnikov with the first goal, and then the Hurricanes will win this one 4-2 tonight. 4-2. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be 3-2 heading into the final minutes, and then the Hurricanes will get an empty net goal. Although they were not able to do so in the first series very much. So we'll see. We got Grady on the screen. Ignite the Orange. Is this a new thing? Ignite the Orange. I've never, although I don't watch Flyer games, but I've never heard of this. And they flip the goalie switch there, the goalie stick switch. Pretty cool. Freddie Anderson in net. He has been so good, so hot. Freddie, you are so hot. Best goalie in the playoffs so far, Freddie Anderson. Dan Vladar starting in the other end. He's also been phenomenal in these playoffs. But Freddie's been the best. And that's why the Hurricanes have not yet lost a game in these playoffs. We'll see if they can keep that going tonight as the game has started. And Flyers already got it deep in the Hurricanes' end. Now, Freddie has been great. The one weakness, well, one of the weaknesses, I would say, of Freddie, as he stops an early shot from the point there, is he's not the greatest puck handler. Chatfield gets a little backhand chance. Nice save by Vladar. And a little extracurriculars. All right, already getting a little feisty. But yeah, Freddie's not the best at handling the puck. He's way, way better than Bussy. Bussy is just not good at all. And let me see if I can get this. Okay, it is not wanting to. I see. So when I get away from it. Okay, all right. So then for your sake, I'll stay on it. So, and yeah, it's like a full minute ahead of where I'm at. So I'm going to try not to look too much at the Konechny. I don't know if that was a save. I don't know if that was a save by Freddie or if he just missed the net there, but a really big early try. And also not sure if hopefully the audio is not coming through on the game there, or else we're going to get a little bit of a strike. Let me see. Doesn't look like it's coming through, so I think we are good there. Yeah, oh, Jackson, some mishandles in his own end. And it was sloppy. You know, the Hurricanes were sloppy in the in game 2, and I was hoping for tonight that we're gonna not see as much of the sloppiness with handling the puck, passing, and whatnot from the Hurricanes. But we will see. I wish I could figure out a way to delay the Gamecast feed. Maybe let me check. Maybe the NHL.com. Usually that's pretty up to date as well. But let me see if that is any slower. $16.29. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's it just doesn't. Well. Chatfield with a little hit. He's bringing the physical game. Let's see if we can get this first line going tonight with Aho and Svetch. They just got an offside. So yeah, I'm quite a bit behind of the game feed, and that is unfortunate. But yeah, I would love to know anybody out there. Join us in the chat. Let us know nobody scored yet, so we'd love to know your score prediction. Who scores the first goal? Who you got? Will the Aho line get it going tonight? What are your thoughts on that? It's been a little physical, a little chippy to start off with. Ooh, Nick joins us and says, how about this? Kane scored the only goal tonight. That would be something. A 1-0 win from the Hurricanes. That would certainly be something. Yeah, I picked. Oh, early post hit from Martone. Man, I'll tell you, Freddie's been great, but he's also had some luck in these playoffs with some posts. But hey, we were hitting posts left and right throughout this game, so I am not going to complain. Oh, what a pass from Blake and just a wide shot from I'm not sure who that was from, Hall or Stankoven. I think Stankoven. And Hall is so impressive using his frame to muscle, just to keep guys from out muscling him on the puck. Blake and Stankoven use their skill to get possession, but Hall can use his frame, his size to really maintain possession of the puck. But yeah, a couple of early chances from both teams. A post hit already. Nice save from Freddie there on a little dump in, and looks like we're going to have an icing. Welcome, everybody. Canes fans, Caniacs, Flyers fans, if you're out there to watch me suffer, maybe you guys think you're going to win. Welcome. We're reacting live to the game. I am a bit behind, just so you know, but that means I'm not going to spoil anything for you. So there you go. Have us on in the background. Canes are cool asks, what's my favorite type of cheese? That's a great question. I don't think I've met a cheese that I haven't liked. I love all kinds of cheeses. I think blue cheese is highly underrated. It's so good. But if I had to pick one favorite, I'm going to go with a really good. Oh man, that is such a hard question. I'll say a good Swiss. I love Swiss cheese. I'm not going to lie. Like on a sandwich, Swiss cheese, a good Swiss. Oh man, I love cheese so much. Blue cheese is amazing as well. On a steak, blue cheese crumbles on a steak. So good. All right, trying to keep this live update for you guys. If that's too far ahead, you guys let me know because it's way ahead of me. It's like a full minute ahead of like what I'm seeing on the screen. So I'm trying not to look up at it. I'm trying to focus in on my TV feed here. Some good early saves from Anderson so far. And yeah, Flyers have come out with some jump, and you expected that. They've got the fans behind them. Their backs are against the wall. Fans thought there should have been a call there. They are not happy. Nice move by Forster to get away from Aho there, but nothing comes of it. Hurricanes have yet to get to their game. They've yet to get consistently sustained pressure in the offensive zone. Flyers have had probably more chances, but they're also being a little sloppy tonight with some of their handles. But they've hit one post so far. Canes are cool says solo cheese is his favorite. I'm assuming that's a joke of some kind that I don't get. I like when the goalie is Swiss cheese, not our goalie, but their goalie. And he likes the Hims ad. Okay, good for you. I'm glad that they've got some supporters out there. And he's also asking, will I chug a beer each time the Canes score? I don't think I can commit to that because I am not going to be inebriated on live on the internet in front of a ton of people. But I will have a drink each time we score. I will certainly celebrate. I'll act like a fool every time we score. That's a fair statement. That is a fair statement. But I got to stick to my guns. And, you know, Canes are cool. You got a lot to say. But, hey, we want to know, what's your score prediction? Nobody's scored yet. Who scores the first goal tonight? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. We're at the first commercial break. For all I know, you guys could be done from the commercial break. I'm still on it. Also, I would love, we'll talk about it in the first intermission, but I'd love to know if you guys think that this NHL draft is rigged. Because I got some suspicions. That's all I'm going to say. I got some suspicions. I was a little crazy that the Maple Leafs get the first overall pick when they had, I think, the 5th best odds to have that, and they've only missed the playoffs twice in the last, I forget however many years, and both times they just happened to get the first overall pick. Of course, they got Austin Matthews the last time. Canes are cool says Flyers are going to score first tonight, but Canes still get the 3-2 win. I predicted 4-2 for the Hurricanes. I thought maybe we were going to get an empty netter at the end. Canes are cool. Do you think it's going to go to overtime? You think it's going to be another overtime game, 3-2? And then Couturier, or however you spell it, he scores first. Okay. Couturier with the first goal score, and I'm pretty sure that's from a Canes fan. So we've got some unbiased Canes fans coming in, although he does say that the Canes will end up getting the win, but no overtime tonight. I like it. I hope not. I would like to not stay up till 1 a.m. tonight. Canes are this game is the only game tonight, so all eyes, the entire hockey world is watching the Flyers and Hurricanes tonight. I am. So just so that you know where I'm at, because I'm substantially behind you guys, I'm sure. I am just now seeing the puck drop to start the end of commercial break. But yeah, thus far, Flyers have had some good scoring opportunities. They've hit a post. Now, the Hurricanes had a couple of opportunities as well. Stankoven narrowly misses on an excellent feed from Jackson Blake. But certainly, I would say this early on, and there's been a slight but decided edge towards the Flyers, which I think you expected with the Flyers' first game in front of their home fans in quite a while. Stahl gets a bouncing loose puck, but isn't able to do anything with it. Flyers throwing the body around. Nice check on Jordan Stahl. He doesn't like it. He gives him a little shove with his stick, and just great little chance there from Carrier from a feed dump in to the middle from I'm not sure who that was. Eric Robinson, I think. So nice little shift from the fourth line there, and they've been great in these playoffs. You have to keep Rod's been throwing them out there. They played a lot in game 2. And so if he's going to keep rolling 4 lines, we need that fourth line to consistently get chances because they're going to be getting good matchups. Our fourth line, I would put our fourth line against any fourth line in the NHL. Nikishin with a slap shot wide. Looks like it got deflected. Looks like since this commercial break, the Canes have been Jarvis with a slap shot that goes wide there. Ooh, slap pass. Beautiful pass to Aho, and then he goes for another pass. Nobody there. I wish he would have just put that on frame, man. I think we need to see Aho. I think he's been great this season. Obviously, has 3 goals. 2 of them are empty nets, though, and I would just love to see him have just more of a shoot first mentality here in the playoffs, because that's the thing. You put pucks on net in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen. Especially when you have guys like Svetch, Jarvis, who love to hang out in front of the net. What a feed from Hall and a shot from Chatfield. Beautiful save from Vladar there. Another shot from Chatfield. Chatty's looked noticeable so far tonight. He's brought some physical edge, some couple of scoring chances, one of them grade A. But since the commercial, the Canes have swung back. Jackson Blake, so silky smooth, entering the zone there, shoots it. I'm not sure. I think maybe Vladar got a piece of that. Ooh, what a save, Martone. I think that might have been a 2-on-0. It was at least a 2-on-1, but I think that was a 2-on-0. Martone, he passed it to somebody. I'm not sure who that was. And huge save from Freddie there. Freddie looking so good, so hot. Freddie's so hot right now. There's been some chances. It's 0-0, but there have been some real chances so far in this game. Devils fan here. We got Vince Kid, 92 coming in. Devils fan here. Good luck. I live in Flyers country and their fans are so damn annoying. Okay. Yeah, I've heard this from other fans in that region. I don't think I think only Flyers fans are fans of Flyers fans, if that makes sense. Yeah, but hey, they're passionate. They're a passionate fan base. They love their teams. I'll give them that. But yeah, they and that was bump there on the chance from Martone. Great save from Freddie. But yeah, glad you're joining us, Devils fan. Looking for some reacts. I know it was a rough season for the Devils. I was expecting the Devils to get second in the Metro this year, and they did not meet expectations. I think Devils fans have been greatly disappointed with Dougie Hamilton, which we as Hurricanes fans, we know how disappointing Dougie Hamilton can be. He was great in the regular season, but then he would have injuries, and in the playoffs, he'd be non-existent. And yeah, man, he's super talented, but he just doesn't have the edge that you need to win. So hopefully for the Devils fans' sake, they can figure out a way to get out of that contract because they are paying him way too much money. We got a penalty interference against, looks like Sean Walker. Sean Walker's protesting the call. Canes are cool saying weak call, and Rod is also not happy. Rod's actually very displeased. Very displeased, Rod Brindamore. But I love when Rod's displeased. It makes me so happy. Yeah, I didn't get obviously did not see a replay there. So hopefully when they come back from commercial break, we will see what happened. Vince says, I think he's a bit high, but he's scored big time. Oh, sorry. Talking about Dougie Hamilton. Scored big time goals enough to matter to me as a fan. A lot of our fans are delirious. I mean, there's a lot of talent on that team, man. Jesper Bratt is so good, so underrated. Obviously, Jack Hughes is phenomenal. Yeah, just a lot of really good pieces on that team. I think they just lack some cohesion. They obviously had some. They were not lucky with injuries this year. That's one thing as a Hurricanes fan. This year, I mean, okay, yes, we had lots of injuries, especially the first half of the season. Missing Slavin for the entire 2/3 of the season, basically. We were missing a lot of defensemen throughout the year, able to keep it going. But we got healthy at the right time. We are at our healthiest right now, so that is good. Build everything around Hughes, and people don't want to admit when he falls, we fail. Crazy how reliant they are. That's true. Nico Hischier is also amazing. I love Nico Hischier. I would love for the Hurricanes to figure out a way to get him on their team, but I don't think that the Devils are going to part with him anytime soon. But yeah, man, Jack Hughes is great. And I will always love Jack Hughes for winning a gold, helping win a gold for the United States. Jackson with a little interview there to start the coming back from the commercial break there. No, you can't have Nico. I understand, man. And we're going to see if the Hurricanes can kill this off. I'm going to give you the quick little scoreboard refresh, and then I'm going to wait. It's actually not refreshing at all. And there we go. Martinook almost with a chance there on the penalty kill. Now, obviously, one of the storylines heading into this and even into this game, but certainly into the series, is that the Flyers have not had a good power play all season. And it's already this first half of the power play looking a little disjointed. I don't know if anybody saw the replay. I'd missed the replay if they showed one of that call. Rob was not happy about it. I haven't been that pleased with the officiating in general in the playoffs. The Hurricanes for the last few years especially have not done well when it comes to penalties, and the refs always find ways to make sure that we have as much, if not more, penalties than the other team, even if we are dominating in play. It's actually quite remarkable. But yeah, good kill so far. I don't even think there's been a shot on goal thus far in these in this power play. Flyers struggling just to get it over the blue line and get set up. Just really, I mean, the PK, the penalty kill has been so good for the Hurricanes in these playoffs. Oh man, just that is not pretty. I guess that's not offside, but yeah, that is not a pretty power play. If you're a Flyers fan tuning in, I am sorry, man. Your power play has been no bueno. No bueno. Does not help that the Hurricanes have an excellent penalty kill. Canes are cool. Pepper Jack Hughes. Oh, I like it. Jack Hughes. Pepper Jack Hughes is my favorite cheese. I'd love to have him on the Hurricanes. Of course, the Hurricanes also have a gold medal winner, and that's your boy Jacob Slavin, alternate captain. I'm wearing a Slavin jersey, actually, rocking the not sure if you can, I don't know if that's going to be reversed on your screen or not, but that is a 74. Jacob Slavin, one of my favorite Hurricanes of all time. If they had awards for best defensive defenseman, it would go to Slavin. He'd have like 5 by now. And, going into this game, one of the keys to the Hurricanes were not so many penalties. They took a ton of penalties in game 2. And there's just a ton of penalties throughout that game, and it was causing the game to be disjointed with the flow of the game. Vince says, I wish you could get the A option on the high-end Fanatics jerseys. Agreed, man. Agreed. You got to pay an arm and a leg to get those authentic jerseys with the A's and the C's on them. Dylan. Welcome, Dylan. Looks like he's a Hurricanes fan based on his sweater there in the picture. Did you see what Vasilevsky said about Carey? I did see that. I was actually very thrilled to hear that. It just shows, and I love Vasi, even though he's killed us before, but I've always been a big fan of his. And I think you just saw a super honest moment. He's tired of people making excuses for that team. They're an excellent team. They should not have gone out, even though I know that they were playing against an excellent Canadiens team. But yeah, like he was very complimentary of the Hurricanes, the fact that they've been so consistent. And I think what he's referring to is that not only do the Hurricanes consistently get to the playoffs, but they consistently at least move on past the first round. And it's so funny because you hear so many of these talking heads like on ESPN and even TNT talk about how that's like a detriment, like that's like a downside for the Hurricanes. Like, oh, they can't get it done in the playoffs. Like, well, how many teams even get into those opportunities? We've been in the conference finals 2 out of the last 3 years. Like the Maple Leafs would kill for that. And they're getting ready to pick first in the draft, man. Like, I mean, sure, the Maple Leafs get a lot of criticism, but like, I feel like we get way too much criticism considering the success that we've had. Yeah, it was nice to hear Vasilevsky give us some flowers there. Kind of Smile Award. Oh, he's talking about Jacob Slavin. Yes, Jacob Slavin would certainly great guy award. I think he's been nominated for the Lady Byng. Hasn't he won the Lady Byng? I think he did win the Lady Byng one year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you can check me on that. Canes are cool. And yeah, jerseys are expensive, man, or sweaters, I should say. Excuse me, sweaters. Hockey sweaters are expensive. We've seen some chances in this game, but it's 0-0. Both goalies standing tall, especially Freddie Anderson. I'm not doing your research for you. That is a fair statement. I have a computer right in front of me. I will ask the all-powerful Oracle. Did Jacob Slavin win a Lady Byng? Yes, he did. Oh, he's actually won it twice. Once in 2021 and once in 2024. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. I was pretty sure he won at least once, but yeah, he's won it twice. All right, let's get back to this game here. Now the Flyers, I've noticed one of the things that they do, they really, it looks like there is going to be a power play here coming up for the Hurricanes. They really clog up the center of the ice in front of the goalie, which does limit a lot of grade A's, but it also creates a lot of traffic for goalies and makes goalies more susceptible to shots from the point, which Hurricanes, they love shots from the point, man. But yeah, it's been a low scoring series so far. And early tripping call. It's kind of almost like a knee hit, actually. I mean, wasn't a lot to it, but I guess to the letter of the law, that's a tripping. But yeah, PP time. We'll see how big the PP is. Hopefully, we get ourselves a good one. It's been looking rough to start off with in these playoffs, but it was great during the second half of the regular season. It was elite during the second half of the regular season because we had a terrible start to the season for the power play. All right, keeping it mostly to the outside here. So far, nothing. Jarvis gets it down low, but a nice sweep from the Philly defenseman there. Gets the puck off the stall, out-muscles his man, gets the puck back. Gostisbehere with a shot from the point. Oh, Svetch with a rebound opportunity there that not sure if that was saved or got deflected, but let's go! Let's go! On the rebound, Stahl stuffs it in, and that we talked about the power play being great in the second half of the season. The big change for the power play was getting Stahl onto the power play unit, winning faceoffs. That's right. Time to eat some cheese. I'm going to scarf down the rest of this cheesy bottle of beverage. I'm just speaking gibberish. Lays the body, gets the puck. Jordan Stahl does. And I got to be honest. Okay. What a stuff by Jordan Stahl. But I got to say this. I think Svechnikov made that goal. Svechnikov made that goal. He had an early opportunity and then threw the puck at the net, gets deflected. Stahl gets the rebound off the boards. Those boards have been lively and they have been good for the Hurricanes in these playoffs. Loving the boards in these playoffs, y'all. That PP was a huge PP. That's right. The PP for the Flyers has not been so good. Been a small little PP for the Flyers so far. A small PP. Sunbelt Syndicate says, love huge PPs. I do if they're the Hurricanes. Dude. Whoa. I thought that was a goal for the Flyers. The whole arena did too. They were celebrating. Even it looks like the Flyers players and the ref was adamant that was not a goal. If they can review this, they will be reviewing this right now. And if there is a siren, then they will stop play and give the goal to the Flyers. But I have not heard anything, and it doesn't look like that was a goal. I'll have to watch the replay. But they've had their chances, man. I guess that was another post. They had an early post in the first period or the beginning part of this period. Oh, Svetch. Oh, what a great feed from Jackson Blake. And Svetch misses the net there. But yeah, Svetch has looked good so far. I think just a little bit off, but of course they're going to head to the power play. Hopefully for Flyers fans, their PP will come up huge. So let's watch the replay here. Well, that's an over. Oh, no, it actually, it leaked through Freddie underneath his arm, but catches just enough of the jersey. What a play from Jacob Slavin. What a play from Jacob Slavin. This guy. Oh. Can you hear me? I lost. I was celebrating that amazing save. I've lost my camera feed. We'll see if we can get that back up. We will see if we can get that back up. But I'm still here. I'm still watching. Looks like it's going to be a 4-on-4. Let me see if I can get this. Whoopsies. All right, we are back. We are back. I completely screwed everything up. Jumped up to celebrate that amazing Slavin save. Good thing it's intermission. That is true. I'm sweating like a pig, by the way. I need to get a new drink. But we are back. Let me get the score back up. That beautiful 1-0 score. Why is it not showing? Okay. There we go. There we go. I do need to get a wheel of cheese and eat some cheese. I don't think I have any cheese in the house, too, which is crazy because I love cheese. Otherwise, I would eat some cheese for you. All right. I'm going to get a drink. When we come back, we're going to talk about that goal. Oh, my gosh. My boy here to save the stream as I'm just like dying here. What's up, man?
I was coming down to help out. We might need to get this. Do you think NHL is really that much further ahead? Because this one's got a big ad in the middle of it that we're looking at.
Oh, true. It's that's kind of gnarly. No, I don't think so. It's not. I don't think it's any further ahead. And if I don't have it, here, I'll just go ahead and remove it. If I don't have it, if I'm not like looking directly at it, it won't refresh. Although to be honest, I don't think we need to have it like live updating because it actually might be ahead of other people on their feeds of watching. So
yeah, I guess that's true.
I don't know.
All right, let's ask everybody tuning in, if there's anybody tuning in. What do you guys want to see? I mean, do you just want to see us on here talking and then we interact more in the chat, or do you want to see, the scoreboard with the time up there? Because there's probably some people that may be tuning in that can't see the game at all, and there's going to be other people that want to have something visual to look at as we go through here. I'm going to jump back off at some point too, but we can't do that one. So we won't be doing that one. Why is Christian's feed so far behind? I don't know. But I did notice that because I was watching upstairs and I saw that his comments were coming in a little later. So I don't know. I really don't. But let's see. I can probably do something here. I mean, Canes are cool. What do you think of some sloppy play, some portions where it was well put together? I think the same thing for the Flyers. I think there was some play that was sloppy and needs to be cleaned up, and I thought that they had some really good momentum at certain times. Pretty even first period. I think Blake's penalty was really stupid to take that towards the end. They're coming out of the D zone with less than a minute left in the first period, and you take somebody down essentially, trip them up. They called it a hook, I think, but I would either call a slash or a trip. I don't think I'd consider that an actual hook. It's a 2-minute penalty regardless. And then we got lucky because Drysdale comes down, and I think the initial contact with Stahl as he was trying to, play him more than the puck was fine. I think they were going to let that go. It looked like he kind of hooked his leg almost around Stahl's kind of hip as Stahl was trying to turn. Stahl probably sold a little bit. Yeah, but I don't think Stahl's going down real easy. He's not the type that does that. So I think it was a legitimate penalty call. And I think even the broadcaster said that you pretty much call that one every time because it was just a little extra. I mean, again, if that first bump is it, yeah, I would be with the Flyers fans, honestly, and say, like, that was a terrible call. But it was the first bump, okay, watching them a little closer, and then I kind of hook them with the leg out, the knee out a little bit to prevent him from getting going. I don't know. What'd you think about that last one, Christian?
I think it was a makeup call. Refs are known to do this. I think that the first call on the Hurricanes, I haven't seen that, but judging off of Rod's reaction after seeing the replay. He was incensed. So obviously it either wasn't there or it was very light, very weak. And so I think we saw a bit of a makeup call. And yeah, I mean, look, we've seen some bad calls go our way as well. And at the end of the day, your PK has to stand up, and the Flyers were not able to. And that was huge for the Hurricanes. Our power play has not looked good so far in the playoffs. To come through there was very big.
Yeah. Huge PPs again are great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, not to mention getting on board first is just critical.
Yeah.
On the road, especially because you immediately take the crowd out of it. And also the crowd is already anxious knowing, hey, we're down 2-0 in the series against a very good best team in the East. We need to jump on these guys. And they tried to. Freddie stood tall. He played very well in that first period. Jacob Slavin with a huge assist. Not literally, but like a huge save, actually.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden you're down 1 now because your penalty kill couldn't stop us. Great play by Stahl. And we've got the 1-0 lead, and that crowd's going to get more and more anxious, and they're not going to be doing as much cheering.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like, the crowd is obviously going to be a little bit of a factor here. And here's what I hope happens. Like, one more questionable or bad call against Philadelphia. Now you've got the crowd all over top of the officials. You've got them just like crying and whining about everything. Guess what? The players pick up on that too, right? They're going to be jawing at the refs a little bit more. Hey, why you missed this call, ref? You know, anything to continue to further get under their skin and disrupt the game they want to play is a huge bonus to the Hurricanes right now. Let's be honest. Our top line still isn't hitting, right? You got Stahl getting the goal in the power play unit. A couple of those guys are on that power play unit, but they weren't the ones who got the goal. So we still need a little bit more offensive production. If we're not getting that, we need to play these types of games. Go back to the thing that everybody hates. Oh, Carolina Hurricanes are boring. Hey, boring hockey can win a series, and I'm perfectly okay with winning these first 2 games. That first game I didn't think was boring at all. I thought 3-0 game, very, very good. I don't think this last game was not boring either. So if we have to win one boring one here to get game 3 on our side, I'm all for it. That's why I said jokingly earlier that the Carolina Hurricanes would score the only goal of this game. I didn't think a goal would come in the first period, though. I will say that. I thought, a later goal where it's like both goalies are playing really well. Like you say, Christian, getting goalied. I think, we're getting slavened right now.
Getting slavened.
Yeah. But how much time we got left in the intermission? So I'm going to jump back upstairs. My son's still upstairs watching. So I like,
you're good, man. I appreciate you coming in and helping me out when I had some technical difficulties. You do what you got to do. I think we still got, let's see,
5 or 6 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, I got to refresh. Yeah, I got about 6 minutes left. So, actually, real quick, I would love to hear from the chat as well. Is the NHL draft rigged? Is it rigged? Because I think it is, man. It's crazy that the Leafs just so happen to tank just enough to get into that 5th spot. So that because that's the other thing people don't realize. If they were 6th worst, they're going to lose that pick.
Yep.
But because they got first in the draft, they get to keep that pick. And again, they've only missed the playoffs twice out of the last, I don't know how many, like 10 years. And maybe
14,
something like that. 14. And both times they missed the playoffs, they've gotten first overall pick, which is insane. Hurricanes never have gotten the first overall pick. There's a lot of teams that have still never gotten the first overall pick, yet they get it twice on the only 2 chances that they miss the playoffs.
Yep. Insane. And listen to this part, right? They don't even want the first pick next year because both of those are unprotected. Is it protected or I can't remember how it is, but they won't have any first round picks next year, I believe, is what I was told. So, if they were to get to this point where they were bad next year, it wouldn't matter. They just so happen to be bad this year to luck into the number 1 pick. Really convenient before they don't have the possibility of the number 1 pick next season.
Yeah. One goes to the Boston. That's an unprotected pick. And then the other, I think, goes to Philadelphia.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I forget actually who the other pick goes to, but that one is unprotected. Or no, sorry, that one is top 10 protected, I think.
Top 10. Okay.
But either way, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. And then obviously the Leafs are trying to convince Austin Matthews to stay on board.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that wins him over to say you're going to play with the number 1 pick, or they're starting over with the number 1 pick and it's time to move on. Like which direction do they go? Like a longer 2 or 3 year rebuild, or do you try to instantaneously say, let's keep as much of this core together and add a number 1 pick and see what that gets us? Not to mention the John Chaika thing, which like most Toronto fans can't stand. Most people in the NHL aren't really understanding either. But hey, I hope the worst for Toronto. I don't think anybody that's going to be watching this wants Toronto to be any good. I'm totally fine with them continuing to suck. So I'll be back down, but I am going to jump back upstairs here for a bit.
All right. Sounds good, man.
See you soon, bud. Keep it rolling.
We're going to, let's see, we got about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left coming into the second period here. I'm looking to see. Yeah, my feed's just a little bit behind here, unfortunately. But that's okay. Got to see my crazy reaction where I broke everything watching. Not the goal. The funny thing is that I didn't go crazy and react on the goal. I went crazy and reacted when Slavin saved that goal from crossing the goal line when it squeaked through Freddie Anderson's arm. And also shout out, I think my dad's out there. Sounds like he tuned into the stream just in time to hear our talk about the NHL draft. And he says that he thinks it is rigged because of how much money is involved. And yeah, it's hard not to have some questions when you have that much money involved in the whole league as a whole, but especially that Toronto media market. It's just how much money the NHL makes if the Maple Leafs are relevant versus if they are not. Yeah, it's just hard not to wonder things about that. But let's see. We got just a couple more minutes, a minute or two before we are back live for the second period. Would love to know. I'm going to type it in chat. Score predictions for the second. Nobody guessed Eric. Gosh, listen to me. Nobody's guessed Jordan Staal for the first goal. I did not hear that guessed, and that's not surprising. He's not much of a goal scorer. Canes are cool says stanky goal coming up in the second period. I love it. Why not? He's got 6 goals in 6 games. He's due for another one. He needs 7 and 7. Why not? 2-1 Canes second period. He's predicting a goal for both teams. Canes are cool says. Would love to hear anybody else out there lurking if you have any predictions. Let me see if I can get my feed. I am hoping that this feed is just a little bit better. Getting all set up here. Ready to watch and react to this second period. Getting ready to come back from commercial break. Also, I would love to hear your thoughts on the broadcast, not from our end, because it's I mean, we try our best, but I would love to hear what you guys think about ESPN versus TNT. I think there is a clear and decided channel that I would prefer watching. I know that's for sure. I would love to hear what y'all think. Who is the better, I don't know, broadcaster of the game, of the playoffs? ESPN sucks. I can't disagree. I won't disagree with that. Not impressed with ESPN's coverage. TNT is superior. I would also agree. I think TNT has been great. They're great on for covering the NBA, and they've been great covering the NHL. Shout out Charles Barkley, who is also an NHL fan. Would love to see him do more NHL coverage because he really enjoys it. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Canes are cool. Intermission crew is fantastic. Absolutely. I think Bissonnette is so good at what he does. He's a troll. He can be a troll, but he's such a good watch. And yeah, I think their whole crew is fantastic. Henrik Lundqvist is a little boring, but he gives the goalie point of view, and also he's a handsome dude. Got to give him that. And yeah, he's much better than Messier for ESPN. I agree. So anyway, we start off 4-on-4 hockey, second period. See if the Canes can continue the momentum they built from the first. Svetch doing a couple of different circles, trying to loses an edge in his zone, but gets it off to Ehlers. Svetch has looked good tonight, I should say, so far. Out muscles, gets to the front of the ice front of the net, gets a pass off, but does not meet its intended target. Philly pushing back, but loses the puck. Now we've got Ehlers skating in with 2-on-1 with Gostisbehere, puts a shot on. I'm not sure if that hit the goalie or the post or what, but it ends up going out of play. I like him taking the shot there. The pass just wasn't quite there for him, but he wasn't able to sneak that one past Vladar. 4-on-4 for another 7 seconds. Another post, yeah. So I don't think Flyers fans can say that the posts are on our side because we've been hitting some posts as well. And Ehlers really hanging his head there, not happy that he hit that post. Very brief Canes power play, less than now 5 seconds. And Flyers just dump it deep. So not really much of a power play. I think the tough thing is thinking the stats, that's still going to count as a failed power play, which is kind of silly. But that's all right. We got the power play goal, and that's where it matters the most right now. Currently 10-7 shots on goal for the Hurricanes. I thought Flyers had a decided jump at the beginning of the game. But then after a commercial break, the Hurricanes answered back and have been the better team since then. And that goal in the power play, I think, really was icing on the cake there. But Hurricanes deserved it. Another delayed call on Carolina. So it looks like the and a goal on the delayed call from Zegras. Gaping net I think it hit. I don't know if it hit Freddie or hit traffic out in front, but it bounced. Nice bounce for Philly. Bounces right over to Zegras with a gaping net. Freddie could not get over in time. It is 1-1. Not technically a power play goal, but essentially was. It was on a delayed call. Let's watch the replay here. Yeah, hits, I think, the defender. And a great look. Give Zegras credit. That was a great finish. He didn't have a lot of angle there. And just right over the glove of Freddie. Puts it right where he needed to, right in the corner there. That's a great finish. 1-1, tied up. Philly's got the momentum back. Crowd's back into it. Sunbelt Syndicate. No, I agree. No. That's okay, though. It's a tie game. Hurricanes got to bounce back. Actually, let me update here. 1-1. And it is a new game. And Hurricanes got to come out and treat it like such. You can't rest on your laurels here. Flyers crowd into it now. They're chanting. They're all still standing. Bump back shift here for the or bounce back shift here for the Hurricanes with the stall line. They can't keep the puck deep. Bad turnover by Jarvis there. Just got rushed on the boards. Lost his footing on the boards there. Surprised they didn't call a phantom trip. All right. So we'll see if the Hurricanes can get momentum back. They've certainly had it after that first commercial timeout in the first period. Again, Flyers jumped out early, but then Hurricanes got the momentum for the rest of the period, scored that crucial power play goal. But on the delayed call, Philadelphia answers back early in the second. Can't put that too much on Freddie either. I mean, yeah, he was maybe a little slow to get over, but you got to track that puck. It hit bodies in front, and it bounced right to Zegras, and a great finish. I mean, it's just right over in the top corner, so I do not put that on Freddie at all. Gostisbehere, sloppy, gives up another, looks like almost grade A opportunity. Fortunately, the puck was bouncing on Martone. He's looking for calls. Let's see. Yeah, so sloppy by Gostisbehere. He reaches his stick out. It hits the stick. It doesn't touch his hands. He certainly, like, Martone falls to try and get the call. Good. So you got to hand it to Martone. He definitely tried to sell it, but that wasn't hooking. He didn't get any part of his hands. It wasn't even up around the hands. He hit the stick. It was actually a really good recovery. Good defensive play by Gostisbehere. Well, that's interesting. Martone has the highest selling jersey of any player in the NHL. That's crazy. little sloppy now from both teams these last few minutes. See if the Hurricanes can get something going. They dump the puck in deep. Jarvis takes a hit to get it deep. Still haven't seen a lot of sustained pressure from the Hurricanes this period. Barkey couldn't get it past Slavin, and now the Hurricanes are charging back. Great hand-eye from Jackson. Stankoven gets a shot off, easily blockered away into the stands from Vladar, and then a hit on Stankoven. How are we doing, Canes fans? How's the vibe? I know we just got tied up, but hey, I'm still feeling good. It's still a tied hockey game on the road. Freddie, I thought has looked good so far. Still looking for. I think it's been a bit disjointed. There's been a lot of penalties again so far. A lot of calls. So far, and I think it just hurts the flow of the game. Canes are cool. He's doing fine. I like to hear that. I'm doing fine as well. Hope you are, wherever you guys are coming in, wherever you're joining us. Canes fans, Flyers fans, if you're out there to watch me, see if I'll shed any tears tonight if you guys happen to win. I don't anticipate shedding any tears tonight. Even if we lose, I'll still feel good. We'll still be up 2-1 in the series. Hurricanes Flyers, the only game in town tonight, the only game on TV. Of course, we will be playing. This is the first game 3 of the second round. We're playing game 3 before some of the other series have even had their second game. I think Canes will be back playing the Flyers on Saturday night at 6 p.m. I think is puck drop, or well, thereabouts. Not sure if that's going to be on ESPN or TNT. I love the TNT broadcast, though. Love it. We get to see the 6th replay of the Flyers goal. Nice that we can see about 10 replays of that when we got to see about 3 of the Hurricanes goal. Look, here's what I will say. I love the TNT broadcast. ESPN is way worse at this, but both of them know who their audience is. For both of these, it's going to be about 75%, if not more, maybe 80% Flyers fans tuning in compared to like 20% Canes fans. So yeah, like it's obvious that they're going to, whenever the Flyers score, do well, they're going to hype that up. They're going to focus in on that because they know who the audience is. You got to play to your audience. I get that. But the ESPN's like way worse. The ESPN broadcast of game 2 was like watching a home game for the Flyers. It was nasty. All right, some little bit of sustained pressure in the Canes end from the Flyers here. Nikishin with a smart exit. Man, Gossesbear has looked off. Just doesn't quite have the foot speed. I think he's dealing with something. How is that not a penalty? He wasn't pushed at all. He just lost the puck. What a recovery and a save from Anderson. But are you just allowed to just lose your edge and just plow foot first into the goalie when you're not pushed or anything? It's crazy. Svatch looking dangerous. I think he's looked maybe the most dangerous player for the Hurricanes thus far. And a penalty call on Philly. I heard the refs are calling this one very tightly. Like both ways. They're calling lots of penalties tonight. Like he loses his edge. He loses the puck and tries to recover and just loses his edge and just plows straight into Freddie. He doesn't get pushed or anything. And I don't even think Freddie got that save. I think he just chipped it. Yeah, he just missed the net. What a move. What a move by Alex Bump. But yeah, cannot hit the net from like a foot away. Paul Self says ESPN usually very political. We don't care. Show me the sports. I agree. Let's just watch some sports. We want to see sports. If you're turning, if you want to watch something political, go on to a political channel. If you want to watch sports and talk about that. They're a little bit too TMZ for me too. They care more about the celebrity lives of the players than the actual sports themselves. Anyway, getting back to the game. Flyers are not able to clear the zone. Svetch looking very good. Holding on to the puck there. Oh, bad pass, though. Loses the zone, bad pass. Canes are going to take some time to recollect. Not sure if they're going to change up the unit, put the second power play unit on or not. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. Flyers just booing throughout the fans are just booing throughout the entirety of this power play. Ooh. Ehlers smartly corrals the puck back to Ghost to Spare. Cross ice. Nothing doing from Aho. And Ghost to Spare Ghost just loses the puck there, man. He's just not looked right in these playoffs so far. Ghost can't quarterback the power play if he can't keep the puck on his stick. All season he's done this. Yes, but he's also been throughout the season, he's been phenomenal. And on the power play, he's really good as a quarterback for the power play, but I think he's just been off. I think he's dealing with something physical. I don't know if it's physical, mental, psychological, whatever. He's just not looked himself in these playoffs, man. Jackson. Oh, what a play. Good save by Vidar from Taylor Hall there. Man, Jackson's looked great tonight, too. I think Jackson Blake and Andrei Svechnikov have been the Canes' two best players so far about halfway through the game here. So nothing doing on that power play, unfortunately. Still a 1-1 hockey game here. Now over halfway through the game. See if I can update the scoreboard there for you. Huge hit from Sean Walker there. Man, the Walker-Miller pair has been so good. So good in these playoffs. What a beautiful hit from Walker. Love the physicality that he brings. More physical than Walker, even though Walker's probably the bigger guy. Or sorry, more physical than Keandre Miller, even though Miller's the bigger guy. Chatty. Oh, Andre turnover. Camera guy doesn't know where the puck is. Tries to get it out front. Nice paddle from Vladar. Yeah, I mean, not surprising that this is a low-scoring game so far, and both of these teams like it that way, and every goal just so critical. Svech takes the hit to make the play. I think we're going to go to a commercial break now, but nice hit by Walker on Alex Bump there. Yeah, I think the power play, although it was not, let me see if I can fix the camera there. The power play was not great, but Hurricanes, I thought, maintained a little bit of momentum. Svech has looked very good. Very good. We got to see Aho starting to look like Aho. He's not looked like himself. I think really towards the tail end of the season and into the playoffs, he might be dealing with something physical. And, you never know about these things, these minor nagging injuries that these players deal with throughout. So there's, it comes out at the end. They don't like to tell these things to the media. He might be dealing with something, but he's not looked himself. Jarvis, of course, also. We know that Jarvis had a shoulder issue coming into the season. He opted not to get shoulder surgery in the offseason. Had a great year, but maybe not quite what he could have had if he was completely healthy. And that shoulder might be really... He's played a lot of hockey, because not only are we deep into the postseason, or getting deeper into the postseason now, but he also was in the Olympics. Representing Team Canada. So he's played a lot of hockey, and it's not surprising that he might be slowing down a bit as well, but I think Svech has looked great. But yeah, Walker, oh man, Walker's been so good in these playoffs. Keandre Miller has been so good, that pairing. Slavin is Slavin, just doing Slavin things all the time. Got to get Ghost going, man, especially on the power play. Ghost has been sloppy today. See if I can get my feed a little bit faster. Zegras 67 points during the regular season, a career high. It might have been the least flashy season of Zegras' career. He was so good coming in here, though, working with guys and being a leader on this young team. Rod starts with the fourth line. Jankowski gets, I don't think it gets on net, but nice, some nice pressure here. Nice forechecking from the fourth line, getting the start back from the commercial break. Michkov has not looked very good in these playoffs, except for that one overtime period. He looked pretty good in the overtime period last game. High stick is going to go against Philly. Against Zegras. And Canes are going to go back to the power play. And I'm going to predict it. You guys might already be watching it, but I think Rod's going to go back with the second power play unit. I don't think the first power play unit has done it. Zegras complaining about the embellishment from the Hurricanes player, even though you literally see it from every single player in the league. Every single player that gets hit up high with a stick reacts. Every single one. I've never seen one that doesn't. You show me one that gets hit up high and just acts like nothing happened. I would love to see that. Every player does that. Also, I'd like to see you get up high with a hockey stick in your face and you not react at all. All right, let's see if the power play can get it going. It is the second power play unit. Jackson Blake loses the puck. But fortunately, it does go all the way back to Freddie, and they're able to regroup. But with only about a minute left on this power play. Hall drops it back. They get set up. Ehlers over to Blake, gives it back to Miller, back to Ehlers, skates it in. Back up top to Miller, taking their time. Ehlers loses the puck. Nice PK from the Flyers. Good play by Gostisbehere. Ooh, good shot by Jarvis. Oh, what a pass. And Aho can't corral it, but Jarvis gets a shot off. Gostisbehere gets the drive, hits some bodies, nothing doing. Ehlers gets it back across. Okay, and we just get to cross-check the crap out of Jarvis. Because he just was standing too close to Vladar. But hey, if you're standing too close to the goalie, you can cross-check the crap out of the guy. Chatfield misses the drive wide. So nothing doing on that power play. Still 1-1. Got the stall line out there trying to get something here. Relentless forecheck from that stall line. Not able to do anything with it, but the Philly fans are booing just about anything and everything. Philly is getting lucky. They're being a little sloppy in their own end. All right, so there's a penalty here, but I thought that Philly had the puck when they blew it. Ooh. That is a tough hit. So Sanheim does turn last minute, but he's already down low. Yeah, so Canes are cool says Sanheim fell first. That's why that looked bad. Sanheim made that look worse by ducking. I do agree, but you're allowed to duck. As we, I think we saw that. Which game was that? We had a player that ducked and along the boards trying to protect himself. But yeah, It did look worse. I don't think it was the ducking that made it look worse. I think Sanheim turned last minute, which made it look worse. But I think still, and look, Taylor Hall plays hard. He's 110% all the time. And so he's not letting up on any hit along the boards. And when you turn right before the hit, it's gonna look really bad. Sanheim stayed on the ice just long enough for them to call the penalty. I don't know. I didn't see if it's going to be a 5-minute and then they're going to review it, or if they just called a simple 2. Yeah, Hall, it was Hall that ducked on Brady. That was in the first series. That's right. But yeah, it looks like either way, I think the Flyers are going to get a power play out of this. Need that penalty kill to come through like we have been all playoffs long. Let's see. Do they have the penalty here? No, it just says 2 minutes for minor. Doesn't say exactly what the minor is. I'm guessing they're going to call. They're calling boarding because it wasn't cross-checking. It didn't lead with his stick.
So here's Hall coming in, and whether it's the distance traveled or the head contact that he makes on Sanheim, I mean, Colby, there's no question he's in a vulnerable position when Hall makes the contact, and he goes down hard. Oh yeah, no question, he's going down. Sanheim wants it. Zegras is.
Wait, was that a major? Did I was refreshing my stream to try and get. Okay, I think they called a major so that they could review it. I'm at least in terms of my feed, we haven't gotten the call yet. They're reviewing it right now. Hall's going to be targeted now, either take advantage or short shift him. I mean, Ottawa's trying to target Hall after the head hit. He pulled up on this no way. It should be 5. Yeah, no, they just called a 2-minute minor. I was gonna like that would be you got to do a lot to get a major. I will agree that should be a minor penalty, but you have to do a lot to get a major penalty, and that's they said there was no targeting of the head. Also, Sanheim is taking the skates away from Hall, so Hall has to lean forward or else he's going head first into the boards because Sanheim is ducking and rolling down towards the ground. And we got an early 2-on-1 here on this power play. They scored! Are you kidding me? There was like no reaction. What a play. Stallsy to Chatty. Puck don't lie, baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I said that the penalty kill has to come up. I was not expecting a goal. I just thought like, hey, let's get a kill. What a play from, I guess that was Slavin who tipped the puck out. Stallsy on his horse with those big old tree trunk legs. Terrible defense from Zegras. Oh my gosh, just the worst defense you've ever seen in your life from Zegras. And what a finish from Chatfield. What a finish. Let me update this. Yes, guys, that is a 2-1. Man, Chatty, amazing. Agreed. Chatty, so good. Oh, where are we going, guys? Where are we going? You guys tell me. If you listen to Trip Tracy long enough, you know exactly where we're going. Right now on the intermission, I'm gonna get another drink and I'll tell you where I'm going. That's right. E-Z and C. We're going to Chatmandu. We're going to Chatmandu. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Let's go. Go Canes, go Lizard Jesus. What's up, man? Welcome back. Nice chatting with you from before. I think if I remember correctly, you are, I want to say you're a Leafs fan, I think, Lizard Jesus. I can't remember. If so, it's nice. It must be nice to have the NHL rigging the draft for you guys. And that is a blatant hold. And then Konechny acts like a little punk. Oh, but then he does catch a slash. So yeah, Leafs fan. Nice, man. Welcome. Join. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. They called both, and I thought that's exactly what they were going to do. And Jarvis has to keep his head there, and I get it. They've been going after Jarvis all game. They've been cross checking the crap out of him after the whistle and not getting any calls. And just like a huge late hit on, well, it wasn't huge, but Konechny lays a hit, then keeps pushing him like 30 seconds after the whistle. And look, Konechny got exactly what he was trying to get, a retaliation. And Jarvis, you can't swing your stick, man. If you want to retaliate, get your fist up in his face or push him or something. But like, don't be swinging your stick at the guy because they're going to call it every single time. So I blame Jarvis on that. That's just immaturity right there. You got to be better, Jarvis. We should have had another power play, but whatever. Both penalties will cancel out. And we're going to finish off this putrid power play from the Flyers. Putrid. I like going into this game that we had more shots on goal than the Flyers did on their power play. On their power play, we had more shots on goal. I'm sorry. What's okay? Anyway, Canes are cool says these refs are crap. What about the extra rough? No, I agree. Travis Konechny should have gotten roughing, but they don't call that. They don't call that in the. They don't. That's the thing. And this is what Panthers players knew. They know, what gets called, what doesn't. Senators understood this as well. And Canes did for the most part in that series. But look, Jarvis has to be smart. Yeah, Konechny's not going to get called on that. You can beat a guy up after the whistle if the penalty's being called on your team already. They're not going to call twice. They're not going to call you for two penalties. So really, here's the thing. If you get called for a penalty, then just go off and hammer a guy with your fist because they're not going to call it. They're not going to call a 5-on-3 in the playoffs. But unfortunately, Jarvis was not disciplined. He swings a stick, and they will call that. They will call you swinging your stick. So no, I don't know why it's a 5-on-3, though. I must have missed something. Oh, Rod got one. Are you kidding me? They called Rod. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. And I'm sure Rod was complaining that Konechny should have gotten something. That's just crazy, man. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Canes are 17-10 shots on goal. Doesn't matter how much the Canes dominate another team or play better than another team. We will consistently have more penalties called against us than the other team. It's been that way all season. It's been that way for a couple of seasons. Part of it's the way that we play, but another part of it is there's just some we'll just say some really bad inconsistencies with refereeing in this sport. And I'm talking as we're killing off this 5-on-3. What a block from Keandre Miller. So beautiful, Miller. What a block, dude. And I think Miller loses his stick there. And puck bouncing in on Freddie. He corrals it. All good. 28 seconds left. These refs are straight garbage. Yes, they are. But what a penalty kill for the Hurricanes, man. Another 5-on-3. We face so many 5-on-3s in these playoffs. And another 5-on-3 killed off. Let's see if we can kill off the rest of this power play. About 15 seconds left. Nikishin with a great play. Michkov's pass does not land. Goes all the way around the boards back to Michkov. All right. Penalty over, but man has to get back. Nikishin takes a hit. 2-on-1 now. 2-on-1. Jackson, Blake, and Martinook. Jackson holds on. Ooh. He held on as long as he could. The pass was never there, and Vladar was playing that shot the entire time. If he could have gotten that pass over to Martinook, that was an easy goal. Taylor Hall showing some speed. He's going to get booed relentlessly for the rest of this game, but so do the Flyers, their own players, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. You know, the boos, by the way, Flyers fans, the boos don't mean so much when you boo your own team. When you boo Santa Claus, the boos start to lose their meaning. Then looks like Hall gets punched in the face way after the whistle. Of course, they're not going to call that. Looks like the ref just punched him in the face too. Did you guys see that? Looks like the ref punched Keandre Miller in the face. BS goes to talk and then gets attacked. Sanheim with some cross checks, and then just a clothesline. So, yeah, and then the Flyers fans are going to, you do know that the rules stipulate you cannot clothesline a guy 20 seconds after the play has been blown dead, right? Like, do we understand what rules are? Like, that's crazy, man. Like, I get it. You don't like Taylor Hall. That doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want to him 20 seconds after the pit. Like, hit him hard during the game, the pace of play. Don't just Sanheim. Okay, Sanheim does what you can get away with, which are like light little. Anyway, so Hurricanes will get the pseudo power play. It'll be interjected between periods. So it's a power play that doesn't really, and you only get like half. You get two halves of a power play instead of a full power play. It's hard to explain, but like the puck drop after this period will go back to center ice. So these are the worst power plays to get. Would have been a nice pass, does not connect from Jarvis to Ehlers, and that's going to pretty much do it all the way to the other end of the ice. As the clock ticks down, and that is it. That's it for the second period. But hey, this is exactly what Canes or Cool said was going to happen. Canes or Cool said there was going to be one goal for each team in the second period. That's exactly what we saw. Flyers get one back early from Trevor Zegras to tie the game. And then Chatmandu, baby. We went to Chatmandu. And yeah, Chatfield. That gets the shorthanded goal. Beautiful play from Slavin to Stahl. And I think that was Slavin who was laying out. No, it was Martinook. Okay, I saw the A on his jersey, and I just assumed that was Slavin laying out to tap the puck up the ice. Now he was just trying to make it clear, but there was no Flyer player back. No Flyer player was back. So Martinook tips it up. Stahl gets on his horse, those tree trunk legs of his, gets the puck 2-on-1 with Chatty. You have Stahl and Chatfield, the two most unlikely players to connect on a goal, and they give us the go-ahead shorthanded goal to give a a 2-1 lead for the Hurricanes. So, and man, like Flyers fans, they're booing. They're always booing, but they're upset right now. They're upset with the refs, even though they got a 5-on-3. We saw this in Ottawa, though. Ottawa's getting like a million 5-on-3s. They were still finding reasons to blame the refs for losing the game. And yeah, and they're going to be nervous. They're going to be angry at the refs, and they're going to be nervous. This is exactly where we want them. This is exactly where we want them. Up 1, heading into the third period. We need Freddie to stand tall. Obviously, the Flyers are going to try, and they're desperate. They're like a cornered, trapped animal. They cannot go down 3-0 in this series, so they're going to throw everything they possibly can on this third period. They're probably going to get dirty. They're probably going to go after they're probably going to go after Hall. They already have, but they might try and injure him. We'll see. But yeah, great second period. If you were a Canes fan, Lizard Jesus says Flyers are so dirty. We saw that in the first series against the Penguins. The Penguins got baited, and the Penguins did not react well. But yeah, they are. I think they like that. That's their identity that they like to play with. They like to play not just on the edge, but they like to play over the edge. Flyers just trying to fight Flyers are fighting just to try and survive, and I agree. And they need to. They cannot go down 3-0 in this series. They're going to do everything they can in this third period to try and claw, scratch, whatever they can do, get a win. 13 shots on goal, though, and they've had multiple power plays. Let's take a quick look at the penalties here. We saw this actually last game, but we saw this game 4 especially against the Ottawa Senators. So, you've got your 2 different power plays. You've got Sean Walker getting the first one. I didn't get to see this one. Rod hated it. Couturier then gets a bit of a light tripping call. I think it was a makeup call for the first one. Okay, fine. We realized after the first period, Jackson Blake gets slashing, and then Jamie Drysdale gets interference not that long to mitigate that power play, that the refs were going to be calling a tight game tonight, but then it kind of goes off the rail. Drysdale gets 2 minutes for slashing Sebastian Aho. Zegras gets 2 minutes for high-sticking Keandre Miller, which, that was a very obvious high stick. Then the Taylor Hall, what was originally called a boarding and then turned into a 2-minute minor for boarding on Travis Sanheim. Rod was not happy, and so he starts complaining because Taylor Hall is getting absolutely mauled and manhandled after the play. Nothing is called for that, but they call Rod because the Flyers' feelings got hurt. Or sorry, not the Flyers, the refs' feelings got hurt. So he gets the 2 minutes. They had a 5-on-3 for nearly a full, it was like a minute and a half, I think, 5-on-3. But then Jamie Drysdale, at the same time, Jamie Drysdale does get the 2 minutes on holding. That was canceled out the Seth Jarvis high sticking because he was careless with his stick there, got retaliated by Travis Konechny because he was going after Seth Jarvis. And and then Christian Dvorak gets the 2-minute roughing there at the end on Taylor Hall, and nothing happened so far in that power play. So I don't know. What is that? Okay, so yeah, Flyers are currently 0 for 4 on their power play. In fact, they have given us a goal on their power play. We do thank you for that. Hurricanes are currently 1 for 4. Again, some of those numbers are a little misleading because a couple of those power plays have been canceled out early. But hey, we've got the power play goal, Stahl. And actually, let's talk about him. Can we talk about Jordan Stahl? Can we talk about Jordan Stahl's statement game in the second round of the playoffs when you need him on the road? Gets the all-important first goal on the power play, and then also on special teams. He does both, folks. He does both. He kills penalties, and he's now on the power play, and he gets, on the penalty kill, he gets that amazing assist to Chatfield. Beautiful play from Jordan Stahl to Jalen Chatfield. So far, Jordan Stahl, my first player of the game. We will see how this third period goes. You also have to put Freddie Anderson up there so far, but he hasn't faced a whole lot of shots. Hand it to the Hurricanes defense as well. stifling, suffocating, 13 shots on goal from a desperate Flyers team on their ice. That is concerning if you are a Flyers fan. Canes are cool says ridiculous to call for that during a playoff game. That rarely gets called in the regular season, let alone the playoffs. I'm assuming, are you talking about the unsportsmanlike? Because if you are, I would completely agree. Rod barks at the refs all season long. Like, he gives it to them, and the refs let them, like, they let coaches, they give coaches a lot of leeway. I very rarely see that. I think these refs are super in their feelings in this game, because I don't ever see it get called in the regular season, but to have them call that in the playoffs is kind of crazy. And let's be real. I don't think that they're going to call that in a game 7. They're not going to call unsportsmanlike conduct in a game 7 on a ref. They're not going to do it in overtime for sure. And here's the other thing. They're not going to call that against a Flyers team that is down 2-0 in the series. And again, I think that's the inconsistency that we see in refereeing. They give more leeway to the teams that are behind. I don't think that's a directive from the league, but I think that is a thing. But you can disagree with me. Yes, the Rod penalty. Yeah, crazy. I don't think I mean, might want to fact check me. I watched almost every single Canes game this season. I don't think Rod got called for a single unsportsmanlike conduct and he barks at those refs. And to have him called on that in the playoffs is kind of insane. Kind of crazy. All right. I'm really hoping my boy Nick can join us again. I don't know if he can, but it might just be me throughout the rest of this game. But if that's the case, guys, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, that is a thing that a human being has to do. Bodily functions are a real thing. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I appreciate everybody who's hanging out for the game, but I do have to go to the bathroom. I also need to refresh my beverage. Lizard Jesus, being down 2-0 is never a good reason to let one team get away with more stuff. No, I agree with that. I think it's being down 2-0. I think it's also being down in a game. They do it in the regular season too. I just think they give the team that's down just a little bit more leeway. And I don't even know if it's like a purposeful thing. It might be a subconscious thing, but yeah, Flyers are definitely getting away with more after the whistle stuff. And I just don't think that the Hurricanes would be given the same leeway in this game. And obviously Rod was not. Obviously he was not. So, all right. With that being said, I appreciate everybody who's joining us. We got one more all-important period to go. We got, let's see, let me refresh this. How much more time left? Well, this is not refreshing for whatever reason, but a little less than 7 minutes left, I think, to go for the period, for a third period. So I'm going to get another drink, use the bathroom. I'll be back.
And that whole time I was trying to talk, it was muted. But yeah, I'll try and pick up where Christian left off while he's back. Oh, I think I hear him coming back. We'll see if he picks up here in a second. But what a series. What a game. I think this is surprisingly one of the most physical series all of playoff hockey that we have left. I mean, I watched Vegas Anaheim yesterday. Not bad, but I don't feel like the physicality is really quite where it is in this series. I feel like probably because of how close all the games were in the regular season. There is some history here that maybe underlying. Yeah, Andy pointed out the mic isn't working. Hey, welcome back. Thanks, Lizard Jesus. Oh man, yeah, this I'll tell you what, they've been talking about the viewership for the games 1 and 2. I don't think 3 is going to be any worse because this has got stuff that's going to keep even the average viewer very entertained. Some of us know that have been watching hockey for a long time. Definitely a little sloppy, a little bit of inconsistency, not on just one side, on both sides. What's up, Christian? I jumped on while you were
see here. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Oh, you don't have your ears in. You couldn't even hear me. Now you can hear me, right?
Nick, you got me.
Yep, I got you.
Nice, man. Welcome. Are you going to be able to join us for the third?
Yeah, I'll be here. Everyone's asleep now. I do have to turn it on down here. It's not on the TV right now. I gotta. Now that you're back, maybe I'll walk away for a second. I don't think I have the remote beside me. But I'll be right back.
Lizard Jesus says, welcome back. Yes, welcome back, Nick. He is ready for that third period. And thank you guys, everybody who's joining us. Ladies, gentlemen, Flyers fans, Caniacs, whoever's out there watching with us, we appreciate you being with us for this all-important third period. Now, I will say this, Nick. We have to figure out somehow to get our streams on the same page here, because mine's probably going to be a little bit behind yours.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can pause mine for a second. Just like right when the puck drop's about to happen, we'll sync it up.
All right.
Getting it on my, YouTube TV is funny. No free ads, right? But like, it's like, do you want True TV or TNT? I'm like, it's the same thing. Who cares? Just put it on the TV. But it always asks me that.
It is nice though that with the TNT broadcast, now ESPN has the same thing, but that if it goes into overtime when there's 2 games on,
true,
they can put the other game on True TV.
I think they've learned from college basketball experience over the years that, like, okay, this one's going to run over. What are we going to do? It's like, go ahead and just simulcast on 2 channels and then one can switch. So works pretty well. Hey, any thoughts on the commentating crew tonight? My father texts me and goes, "These guys suck."
I to be honest, because I'm doing a lot of the talking, trying to engage, I haven't heard as much with the broadcasting crew. The little bits that I did hear, I think they're a little bit more pro Philly, but like I explained this earlier. That's going to be typical. They know their audience, just like ESPN. ESPN goes far more, I think, than TNT does, but like they know that 80% of the audience is going to be more Philly fans than Hurricanes fans. And so they're going to play that up. They're going to be more positive towards the Flyers. I remember when the Flyers scored their goal, we saw like 10 replays of it. But when the Hurricanes scored theirs, we saw only a couple. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm not even talking about the sidedness of it, really. I'm more just, in fact, like, I just don't think is it Butchergross, right? That is doing the play-by-play.
Butchie works for ESPN.
Yeah, but is he not doing the game right now? I feel like
no, he's not doing the play-by-play. That is, let's see. Well, I don't know.
Whoever it is just not cut out for it. I agree.
I think he's. Let me see if I can figure it out. I forget his name. No, I'm not a big fan of his either.
Like Colby Armstrong's down between the benches, and I think he does a pretty good job. I'm a former player, so he's obviously going to understand a lot to be able to kind of flow with what he needs to say or what he needs to figure out and talk to people about. But just not blown away by the commentating crew tonight.
AI is saying Mike Monaco, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. You can never really trust AI.
Yeah.
Lizard Jesus welcomes you back, by the way.
I know. I brought that up while you were gone. As I
Okay,
realized
cool.
I didn't turn my mic on, so I'm sitting here talking, and I'm like, oh, never turn the mic back because I muted myself right before I left last time, so that like if you accidentally put the thing back on stream, it wasn't going to pick anything up. But we got the Zams on the ice. Nice.
Got the Zams going. Looks like we got about a little less than 30 seconds to go. I'm still on commercial break, though.
Same here.
Yeah. So anyway, I will say, if you're a Canes fan, you got to be happy. I think we have, outside of the penalties and the nonsense with the referees, I think the Hurricanes have played a great road game, been suffocating. I thought, especially in that second period, there were a lot more high danger chances for the Flyers in the first period than the second, even though the Flyers had more power play opportunities. And it's almost like, do we want to give the Flyers a power play, Nick? Because their power play has been atrocious. It's been better for us than it has been for them when they've had the man advantage.
Yeah, we kind of jokingly argued this during the season at points. Like we're almost better on the shorthanded chances than we are on the power play ourselves. So I feel like I don't know what it is about it. Like we're a more defensive team, right? So we know that we have that down pat, and we have a lot less errors and everything else. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we're just more comfortable killing a penalty than having a penalty. Having a power play because I don't know what it is. Like if you guys remember that are Canes fans that are watching this, what was most successful that helped the season end on a high note on the power play? It was actually getting the puck down low, almost behind the net, and short, small passes coming from around the net to the front of the net. I don't know if we've had that look at all. I mean, Stahl's goal kind of reminiscent, but not really purposely, right? That bounced off the boards after a missed shot, and he slams it home. But like we're just screwing around at the top of the key. Oh, your puck drop yet?
Hold on, no. Now, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roughly.
Here, I'll do it. I'm at 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. If you can just get somewhere close.
Yeah. Boom. We should be real, like within a second or two of each other then.
All right, what's your second? What's your second hand?
34.
Okay, we're exactly on. We're exactly on.
Awesome.
Even though we're definitely going to be behind everybody else, but hey. You guys react first. And then you watch our reactions, hopefully to mini Hurricanes goals.
There we go. I'll take it. Oh, man.
But yeah, man, I feel like we get these power plays all the time that occur in between periods, and it's like they don't even count, man. You start back at center ice, and we did get the power play goal, but.
Yeah, I also just like I understand Ghost can move the puck really well, but I don't know how many times we saw him flub that thing outside the zone just because he took his head off the puck or whatever for a split second or dusted it off a little too hard or whatnot. And I'm like, dude, how many times this season, it's probably on two hands, that he screwed around at the top of the point on the power play and took it out of the zone himself while we had like everybody still in position and everything else. It's like maddening to watch him do that. And he's done some good stuff too. I'm not saying it's like, oh, he's always awful. Yeah. But like some of those boneheaded plays, it's like, dude, those are killing us.
That's one of the things when you walk the line like that, it takes a tremendous amount of skill, not just footwork, but also dusting it off with your hands. It is not easy. So it's easy to make mistakes, and he has made his fair share. And the issue is that they can be very costly mistakes.
Yeah.
But I said this earlier, I don't think Ghost has looked 100%. And, he was dealing with something at the tail end of the season. He had to sit out a few games. And I think he has something nagging because his foot speed just doesn't seem like what it was earlier in the year.
Yeah. And then he blocks the shot with his foot tonight. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Although he's looked fine. But, I mean, he definitely got stung by that shot for sure.
I thought Miller's looked great tonight. Miller's looked great this whole playoffs, man. He is exactly what we were hoping for when we traded for him.
Yeah, he had some moments of just kind of disappearing act during the regular season. Not like in a good way. It was not like, oh, he's been bad. It's just like he hasn't been as noticeable. But I feel like you said, he's really been noticeable here in the playoffs. Really good defensive plays.
What is going on here?
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I don't think it was icing. So what? Did they blow the whistle
behind the play? Are they going to? Oh, Miller.
Ooh, Konechny caught a left in the face from Miller.
They'll probably put them both in the box. I bet.
I think they're just going to put Miller.
Really? No, they said both.
I heard them booing, so I'm guessing they put both.
Yeah. There they go. He's in there.
Well, interesting. They put Dvorak.
Huh. Interesting. Yes, we did see your team cheat to win to get the first pick. We did see that.
Hey, Loser Jesus, who do you think it's going to be McKenna? Who do you think they're going to pick?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good question. I still think it's McKenna. I think it's because of the name alone in a Toronto market. You want the name. I'm not sure he's the best pick. Not necessarily. I will say I haven't seen enough footage on both to be like, this guy's better than this guy. I don't know. But if you're in the Toronto market, like, you kind of have to go after the name, because you're going to get killed if you pick the other kid and then he doesn't pan out. You're going to get destroyed.
Well, that's the thing. McKenna's the Canadian kid, right? The other kid's from Sweden. I forget his name. I think he's from Sweden.
It's like starts with an H or something, I think. I mean his last name, not his first name.
Yeah.
I'm always for 4-on-4 for us, though. I feel like his 4-on-4 is an advantage for us. I'll take every time we get it. And of course, they get a great chance on right after.
Yeah, a little bit too much room given up there, but it ends up being a pretty easy save for Freddie.
Yeah.
Dude, how about that save from Jacob Slavin in the first period, where I completely lost my crap and knocked over everything and cut out my mic and camera?
Did you?
Yeah. I was at the tail end of the first period. What a save.
Yeah, it was.
Ivar Stenberg. Thank you. Easy CNC.
Oh, Ivar. I was way off. I said there was an H in his name. That tells you how much I know about him.
He's saying he's going to be the second pick. I think he's probably right. I think Gavin McKenna. Oh, a little 2-on-1 here, maybe.
Really lost it.
Jarvis couldn't get the pass through.
Yeah, I would say the thing about the pick there too is like how much of McKenna's legal troubles come around and play into this. I don't think it's going to be much of anything anymore, but there was that concern right when he got arrested there at the beginning.
Yeah, Lizard Jesus says McKenna would be good to help replace what they lost in Marner. Stenberg, I feel, would be best playing on a different line than Matthews. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, hold on. Oh, big save from Ladar there.
Oh, no.
Dude, why is Freddie knocked over?
They said penalty coming, I think. Yep. Flyers in the box. Looks like Barkey. Interference. That's why Freddie was down. Well, they didn't say goaltender interference, so maybe it's just regular interference on somebody else. I haven't seen it. They're showing a replay of the shot here. Oh, no, it was on Freddie. He tripped him right through the blue paint.
Oh. And it hits the crossbar too.
Yeah.
So Freddie initiated that contact, I think.
I think so.
That's a tough call, man. That is a tough call.
And he got it here. Goaltender interference. Why didn't they just call goaltender interference? They said interference. Whatever.
Well, I mean, Freddie, smart play there, but yeah. And I don't like it, to be honest with you. Not only is it like cheesy, but what if they don't call that, Freddie, and you go down? Like, it hit the crossbar. You should have tried to make a save on that. Anyway.
Right. All right, take advantage of this power play.
4-on-3 are so much more dangerous than 5-on-3, or sorry, then 5-on-4.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Let's go! Svetch! I called him getting the first goal. Did not happen, but he got the third goal, and that goal is probably more important. That is
Boom.
a dagger if you are a Flyer fan. Canes are cool says, Svetch!
Get that off, ringing it off the post.
I mean,
there,
again, 4-on-3s are so much better than 5-on-4s. Vladar just couldn't get over. What a slap shot for Svetch. His slapper has gotten better and better as his career has gone on. Wow, dude, that was
Insane.
post
Yep.
and off the blade of the skates. You could not put that in a tighter spot, man. Vladar almost got there.
Mr. Svechnikov. There's my
Heck
Marty
yeah,
Moat
dude. That is
impression.
awesome. Dude, Flyers fans are going to be so hot at the end of this game, man.
Yeah.
After that call and then the power play goal. I will say this, I get it. I would be hot too. I would be hot too if I was a Flyers fan, but also you had a 5-on-3 and you did not. Your power play has been atrocious in this game. You have to do something more than what you've done.
Yep. Yep. You do, you do.
And, you know, the Flyers are going to have to do something that they don't like to do. They're going to have to open it up. They're going to have to try and they got to get 2 goals back. And they're a team that likes to play from out in front. They're a team that likes to keep it close and play low scoring, low event games. That's been their MO throughout most of the season. Well, especially with under Rick Tocchet. And yeah, they got to open it up to try and get 2 goals here.
Yeah.
Also, I need to refresh my my feed.
I got it.
3-1.
I was going to take yours off and put mine on because I think mine stays on.
Dude, I don't know why mine just stays like a freeze frame. I'm not sure. Because I can't look at that and the chat. You know what I mean? So
Right.
when I look away from it, it doesn't refresh.
I'll see if I could do that a little cleaner.
Yours doesn't either. Oh yeah, it does.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, it does move. It does move. It's just it does it every like 10 seconds or something.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever.
going to be,
We'll-
I will say though, that's going to be ahead of where we're at for sure.
True.
Like it's already 30 seconds ahead of where we're at right now.
We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Can we do? There we go. We'll go that way. That's all right. I'm like you said, I'm not really going to be watching that. The people that are watching us on stream for the visual part might be, but we'll be watching the actual game to be notating what happens on the actual ice.
Oh, dude, that was a great play by Konechny there. He almost got a goal there. Great save by Freddie, but defense has to be better than that. Fourth line was out there on that one.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but as a talking point, like, since we're fans, we can talk about it. How much are you changing going into game 4? Are you doing exactly what you did against Ottawa, which was like very few changes, maybe just a little toughness with the Laurier playing and something like this?
Yeah, I could see. That's the thing though. There was Ehlers had a legitimate injury. I don't know. If it's the Stanley Cup Finals, I think Ehlers goes out there, but I don't think it was just like we wanted to rest Ehlers. I think Ehlers was dealing with something. So maybe if somebody is dealing with something, has a legitimate injury, you put Delorier in there for him. But if not, I don't see why change anything. You want to win this in 4. They're like you want to sweep. Because here's the thing, even though, okay, yeah, we might have to be off for a long period of time. And again, we are getting way ahead of ourselves.
True.
But even if that's the case, that's less games that you have a chance of getting injuries. Less games to play means less injury chances in general,
True.
which means the healthier you can be going throughout the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah. Andy's saying keep everything the same. No, we aren't. I don't know what he said. No, we aren't too.
I think he's like, no, we aren't making changes. Like, no, we aren't putting Delory in there, maybe.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I put him in is like, you think he's got a little something, you know, if something were to go down for somebody else on the Flyers, like, I don't know. Maybe like, honestly, here's my thing. Like, I think Hall was going up to Sanheim to be like, listen, man, I could have gone for your head and I pulled up. I was going for a big hit, but I could have really thrown your head into the boards and I didn't do it. I don't think he got enough time to say all that. And then it didn't matter. But like, I still think that the way that they responded, he's going to be a target. And I'd rather have Hall rested. And now he's still one of our best players. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, Hall's
that.
been arguably the playoff MVP. I don't see how you can take him out. And Andy is clarifying. He's saying we're not getting ahead of ourselves talking about sweeps and things like that. And
yeah.
We'll see.
Fans,
I mean, there's
man.
still a lot of
people,
time left in this third period.
Yeah, and it's true. But at the same time, like, I know people say, we still got work to do. It's like, I don't have anything work to do for this hockey game. I mean, we're streaming it. We're talking about it. They have no idea we exist. So
that's right. I have a little over half a drink to drink. So
there you go. Yeah, that's the work we have.
That's my work.
Yeah. Lizard Jesus got his popcorn out here.
Heck yeah. Hey, actually, when is the NHL draft? Speaking of popcorn, be interesting to see that. I think it's coming up. Is it after the season
June?
Usually?
Yeah,
like
it's definitely
June?
after the season. I think June. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be McKenna, man. I really do. I mean,
I think he was the guy beforehand, and I think he'll stay the guy. It is June 26th and 27th in Buffalo, New York. I knew it was in Buffalo.
Oh, interesting. In Buffalo, nice. And he had a bit of a down season with Penn State, but like Penn State is not a hockey powerhouse program. And
not yet. They are attempting to be. And they are making headway very quickly.
Yes.
But not quite there. You're right. Not quite there. In fact, there was a lot of people that, you know, not knowing much about college hockey had Penn State in the Frozen Four, but a lot of people that know hockey better were like, nah, they'd be lucky to make it half as far as that. And I think they didn't. I think they didn't make what would essentially be the Elite Eight for hockey. I think that's where they lost.
Well, I heard on your what was it called? Something Face Off. What is the name of the podcast that you were on?
The Hat Trick.
The Hat Trick. Sorry, the Hat Trick. Oh, what a save by Freddie there.
Yeah.
Big save. And conveniently falling all over Freddie. Conveniently falling all over Freddie. Anyway.
Oh, Gritty.
Gritty.
I do love Gritty, man. I love.
Oh, dude, I love Gritty too.
Everything about
it. But the unfortunate thing for Gritty is his antics are less entertaining when you're playing from behind. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. It worked really well against Pittsburgh because you were often winning those games. But
Freddie's been great tonight. He's had a couple of posts, not gonna lie, but he has been great otherwise tonight. But so has the defense around him.
Honestly, he was about this far away from making that save on the only goal. In fact, I think this is one of the things we've talked about with Freddie. Bussey's a little quicker. I think Bussey would have made that save. Also, I feel like most goalies would have slid all the way up against that post. This is seeing it in slow-mo. I get it. But you can even see in the slow-mo that he kind of looks like, I'm going to play this into my glove.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go.
Nikolai Ehlers, baby. Breakaway goal. And that's got to be the nail in the coffin. That's got to be the dagger. That's got to do it, man. There's no way the Flyers are coming back 3 goals. They only have 17 shots on goal, and their power play sucks. There's no way they're coming back on this one. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is a 3-0 series lead for the Hurricanes.
This is a 3-0 sweep for the Hurricanes.
What a pass from Martinook there. Oh, Ehlers and Martinook back together again and looking so sweet doing it.
Beautiful.
Hey, I talked about Stahl earlier because Stahl had an amazing first half of the game. But can we talk about Nick Ehlers, the best free agent acquisition of the entire offseason, and maybe will go down in history as one of the best free agent signings in Carolina Hurricanes history when all things are said and done? We will see. Obviously, this is still his first season, but man, love Nick Ehlers.
And how long do we have him for now, too?
6 years. I think we signed him to a 6-year contract. I think. Let me look that up.
The greatest part about all of this is we've been a mainstay in the playoffs, and we've had some run-ins where we didn't end the way we wanted to. This year is looking the best we've ever looked. No surprise. And we have most of these guys locked up for over 5 and 6 years apiece. This is amazing.
Yes. It's a masterclass from the front office, and then Svetch with a slapper just pouring it on. Like, you would think that Philly would be the hungry, desperate team, and Carolina throwing hits, pouring the offense on, man, with almost just 10 minutes left to go. Another little break in from Jarvis there. But now, I will say this: Philly, they are the more beat up team. They are the more beat up team. They're missing Owen Tippett. Noah Cates is out. Yes, and I was confident going into this game because of their injuries. But here's the thing, even when Philly is healthy, they're still not on the same page, I think, as the Hurricanes, talent-wise.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind. And a penalty on the fly.
I thought that got deflected, but I guess he just threw it right out. Christian Dvorak.
He just wants to go home now.
Rick Tocchet, no answers on the bench, just looking listless on the bench there.
He looked like that earlier, too. You know what, though? I'll say this, and I was having this conversation. The Flyers really are like ahead of their time right now. They're a young team, weren't expected to make the playoffs alone. They made a hell of a run, got here, beat Pittsburgh. Most people didn't have that happening. They beat Pittsburgh in the first round, and they beat them pretty soundly. Shouldn't even have been 6 games. It should have been a 4-game sweep.
I agree.
They, like you said, they're beat up a little bit here. They're not full strength against us. Do I think we'd still beat them full strength? Probably, because we're one of the best teams in the league. It's surprising only the people that haven't been paying attention. But I will say the Flyers do scare me going into next year and beyond because they have a young core, a really solid
super
core.
Young.
Yeah,
super young.
I think they could be exciting. They could be the next us because they have a coach like Rod and Rick Tocchet. They have a young core who's already gaining success early here. And I think they could be a mainstay in the playoffs for years to come here.
Ooh, wow. I was almost 5-1 right there. A nice little play by Jackson Blake. Good save by Vladar.
Yeah. And Andy's right here. Need to watch out for the late game dirty stuff from the Flyers. It's coming. And if it doesn't seemingly happen today, it's certainly coming for the very beginning of game 4. So,
well, it's already coming. They're bumping into Aho when nothing's going on.
Yeah. There's going to be some
I will say, I'm not going to lie, I peeked and saw that it was 4-1 on the screen because I was looking at you and I couldn't help but see it out of my periphery. And so I still reacted because I was super excited, but I hate having that screen in front of me. I know exactly what's happening.
My handsome good looks didn't distract you enough from the screen to not look at it? I mean,
the issue is that you are small on my screen and then the scoreboard is gigantic.
We can make it a little different, but let's see. What about that? It's a little smaller.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's pretty much the same. Oh man.
I mean, what a game. What a game 3 performance from the Hurricanes. I don't think you can ask for anything better. Excuse me, that beverage is talking to me. I don't think you can ask for anything better.
Oh, and a steal with a guy right in the center.
Come on. Oh, did he flub it? Ehlers going for a
I
second
don't
goal. I think he
know if we
flubbed it.
fanned on it or what. To be honest, I can see the players and the ice really well. I can't see the puck very well from here, so a lot of my viewing is guessing at it. It's far enough away.
Same. I'm on a smaller screen because of this as well. I'm sacrificing for the fan experience. I have a downstairs. I have a 76-inch TV, and I'm currently watching this on an iPad.
Gotta love it. A goalie goal when Flyers pull their goalie would be dope. I'd be surprised if they pull them.
Have we seen ever a goalie goal in the playoffs before in the NHL? I'm not sure if that's a thing.
That's a good question. I'm gonna ask Copilot.
Pulling the goalie in a 3-goal deficit would be a bit desperate, but there's, they should be desperate.
Now we get a commercial break. That's the one nice thing. We don't have to worry about trying to hide the stream when it goes to commercial and everything else. Yes, a goalie has scored an empty net goal in the NHL playoffs. Guess which team?
I'm going to say Grant Fuhr with the Blues.
No, there's only two. One of
Martin
them played.
Brodeur with the Devils.
Yes, that's one of two. The other one played for the team on the screen.
Flyers.
Yep.
Gosh, Eddie Belfour.
Bigger name.
Bigger name for the Flyers.
Famous Flyer.
Shoot.
The most famous Flyer of all time, I think.
I am blanking right now.
Ron Hextall.
Oh, Hextall. Oh, that's a bit before my time. I'm not going to lie.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, we knew his name because he was still around.
Yes, of course. But, yeah, that's a bit before my time.
So Hextall had it against the Bruins. It was a true empty net goal. Brodeur's came against Montreal in '97.
Hey, dude, I got one of them. You got to hand that to me. I got one of them.
That was good. Yeah. Well, and Brodeur was known to play the puck like that too, though, right?
Oh, yes.
He was
incredible.
Guys.
He was incredible. He was also in the playoffs a lot in his career.
Yeah. So he shot the. I mean, it's kind of weird that it even differentiates. I guess Hextall sounds like maybe almost behind the goal to some extent, and Brodeur shot it from maybe in front of the net, outside the blue paint or something. It doesn't get real descriptive, but interesting.
Lizard
Only
Jesus
two in the
said,
playoffs.
Lizard Jesus said that Tocchet apparently pulled the goalie with down 3 goals in Vancouver and then came back to tie it.
And win against Nashville in the first round.
And win it against Nashville in the first. So he was coaching Vancouver. That's funny. I don't remember that game. I should, because that's insane.
Yeah, that's a
In
lot.
the playoffs
That's a lot of goals.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Andy shared a stat that they flashed up in the first period. As a player or head coach. Oh, so yeah. Rod Brind'Amour has been a player or a head coach in 92 of the Hurricanes' 94 playoff wins.
That's insane.
All-time playoff wins, 92 out of 94 are directly or indirectly as a result of Rod Brind'Amour. Dude, if he doesn't get a statue put up in Raleigh or a road named after him, then no coach will. Nobody will.
Yeah.
There is nobody more critical to the Carolina Hurricanes and their success than Rod Brind'Amour. He needs to have a statue put up of him. I think a statue of him lifting the cup as a player.
That'd be sweet.
Right in that little concourse with between the NC State football stadium. Oh my gosh, that would be so good. I cannot wait. I think when he retires, they're going to do that.
I hope he doesn't happen for a long time, though.
I agree.
With the shape this guy's in.
I've heard it rumored that if the Hurricanes do win a cup, that he might step down right after that.
Oh, there's no way.
I've heard it rumored that he's trying to get the Canes a cup, and then he's trying to take a graceful, he's trying to get back to family kind of thing. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Interesting.
But he may not be one of those coach until you're 88 years old kind of guys.
Yeah.
Lizard Jesus says Rod is one of the reasons why I like the Canes. That passion for a team is just so admirable. I completely agree. I'm glad to hear a fan from another team see that. Can you imagine having a guy for your team? And you know, the Leafs do have them, but having a guy as passionate for a team success as Rod is for the Hurricanes, and then like actually like doing something to help the Canes. He's been so critical to our success, man.
Yeah. He really,
I think
really
it would
has.
be. Now the Leafs have Matt Sundin as in their front office right now.
Yep.
He obviously loves the Leafs. He was not able to get the Leafs a Stanley Cup, unfortunately, but he is I would say he's a Leaf through and through.
Yeah, and here's what's so funny for the Leafs fans, was the people that tuned into that press conference when they introduced Chaika, and Pele was out there, and Sundin was the only one prepared to like just answer and give commentary to anything that was asked of him. No notes, no looking around for guidance. Like, the guy's just prepared, ready, been there, done that. Meanwhile, you got Chaika and Pele like looking at notes, trying to figure out what to say. Definitely getting caught off guard by a few questions. The one question about Chaika not being the guy, being a rat, and then like the scam artist or whatever was being said about him was just insane. But you could tell they just weren't prepared for those questions. Meanwhile, Sundin's just like, whatever, ask me whatever you want. Just ready for it.
Big save by Freddie, and then an even bigger clear, but not out.
Yeah. So with what Lizard Jesus said, you're up, or you're down 3 goals. You have a power play with 7 minutes left. Why would you not pull a goalie now? Not to keep him out, but like during the power play, you know? I guess not.
No, well, the issue with that is you get a free clear on the penalty kill, and an easy shot at getting another goal.
I also think the other point is, like, we're so damn good at killing penalties. They've talked about it on this broadcast already. We had the most shorthanded goals in the entire league this year. Yeah. So it's not the greatest thing. I just didn't know if you take the chance, right? Because you have the numbers. Now you go 6-on-4 instead of 5-on-4, you know. Glad to see Hall still being Hall, too, as a Devils fan. Yeah. Well, I think what's interesting is, you know, I saw a little bit of that from him, but I didn't realize he would play quite to this level still at this point in his career.
Dude, he's been so
earlier too.
So good.
Yeah.
He's bringing an edge. Look, it was a penalty. I think it deserved to be a penalty. I don't think it deserved to be a major or anything, but he is bringing in an edge that the Panthers had during their 2 cup runs that we have lacked for a long time. And you need that in the playoffs, man. And I don't know how Flyers can sit there and be like all upset when they try and do the exact same thing. Like, that's what they're trying to be known for. So, gotta love to see it. And he's not just doing it with that edge, but he's also doing it on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, that's the greatest part. He's not one-dimensional. That's sometimes what happens, right? Like, I think that's why some of these other teams have gotten out. Like you said with Ottawa, like you went only physical and you left everything else. You thought the physicalness would bring all the offense for some reason. It doesn't work like that. Like, you don't just suddenly throw fisticuffs and have a fight and be like, that's all we need. Now everything's going to happen for us. It's not going to do it.
Well, and I said that in the Ottawa series. I think that the team believed the media hype that, like, the Hurricanes, all you have to do is be physical with them and you get them off their game. And so Ottawa, all they cared about was trying to be physical and chippy and dirty, but you still have to score goals. It didn't get us off our game, but we were scoring goals and they weren't. Like, you can't just be physical and then think you win the game. Like you said, you have to put the puck in the back of the net. And we're seeing this with the Flyers. They can't put the puck in the back of the net, man. And that power play was atrocious. It was terrible. I don't know which is, like, is it the Hurricanes penalty kill being amazing, or is that power play just so bad for the Flyers?
Yeah, it was. And full credit to the Canes defense for making it look that way.
Yep.
I just got offered Philadelphia
Flyers. Oh my gosh. That should have been a goal. That's a grade A+ scoring chance. What a save by Vladar, but I think that should have been a goal.
What time frame are you at?
4-13, 4-12,
Oh, geez,
4-11.
how did you get behind me all of a sudden? I didn't hit pause.
Oh my gosh, it's my cable provider, I think. I'm getting digital. All right, I'm at 3:45 now.
Okay,
but it's
so
frozen.
you're like 2 or 3 seconds in front of me, but that's fine. It'll catch up to some extent.
That's
not
what
gonna touch
happens.
it.
I think it does that on purpose. Like I get this like deliberate. It just slowly I lose time.
You know, their special teams have been awful all series. Yeah, they have been. I mean, we saw the same thing from Ottawa. And again, the reason that is happening, not enough credit maybe, is being given to the Hurricanes' defense for high pressure, constant pressure, not letting you into the zone. You have to dump and chase. And on a power play situation, we can dump it right back. And so we have the edge, we have the advantage, and it's been showing. Gotten to play the game that they want to play. And now people will say, well, it was boring end of this game. Well, yeah, because all we have to do is play defense. We don't need any more goals. I mean, we'll take them, but
well, and we're gonna hear this, I think, as well at the end of this game. Oh, just a lovely little feed from Stahl there. We have the 3-goal lead. Who's looked like the more dangerous team?
right.
The Hurricanes have.
Yep.
Yeah. Like we have carried the pace of play in this third period. Man, we are relentless. But we keep hearing this boring, ugly hockey from the Hurricanes. But no. I completely disagree. The reason why they think it's boring and ugly,
dirty.
We make the other team look boring and ugly. That's what they don't like.
Miller and Konechny. Konechny's gotten some cross check.
Dude, Konechny apparently can get away with just about anything in this game.
Okay, and then behind the play, we've got
Couturier.
Couturier.
Yeah.
I don't know who he's got.
Jankowski. Another punch to the face.
Yep, and he's going to get nothing, I bet. Has Miller fought yet? Because I want to see what
they should kick Konechny out of the game. They should kick him out of the game. They did this in one of the earlier games. Oh my gosh, he just cross-checked the crap out of the back of Sean Walker. Oh, they did call that.
Then he slashed, then he cross-checks, then he slashed again.
Yeah. Dude, Konechny is a little rat out there.
He's lost it. I love it. TK has emotional problems.
Yeah,
I'd say so. Getting real physical again, just like when the Sens went down 3-0. Yep, we're going to see the same thing from Philly. I mean, it's going to
actually think Philly's a little bit more dirty than the Senators are.
Well, that's tough because some of those Senator things at the end there. Whew. Yeah, Dylan's right. Miller's just standing there like, dude, you go ahead.
Yeah, no, I know. Love that. Yeah, no, dude, that was dirty from Konechny, and hopefully he gets kicked out of the game there.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. At this point, like let's just let them do very little. Just keep throwing the puck and make them go chase it and say, we're going to try and get 3 goals with 2 minutes left or whatever.
They're upset, and I understand why they're upset. They're getting slapped around on their ice from a team that they should be the ones who are more desperate. They're down 2-0, getting ready to be 3-0, and they're getting slapped around like they're the little brother. This is exactly what happens when you have the little brother getting slapped around by big brother, and little brother gets more and more angry, but he can't do anything about it.
Yep.
This is exactly what we're saying.
Like you're little brother, just make it work for yourself. Yep.
Just trying to swing, even though big brother just has his hand out. I was like, come on. That's Keandre Miller just laughing. Come on.
You only know that because you were the big brother, Christian. Come on now.
That's true.
Also was I, so there's that. Yeah, that's what's so great, Dylan. We hear all the time, oh, Canes fans are leaving the games early. So who's leaving early now? When we're winning, your team's leaving. So
we only left the game early because we thought the game was over because they counted a goal. That's the only thing. Even the funny thing about that, even the Senators front office all left their luxury suite and then had to run back up to their front office to watch the rest of the game because they thought it was over. Everybody thought that game was over.
Yep. And I do like that Walker just got up and got out of there. Like, just don't let him keep slapping on you. But Miller wasn't going to take it.
Yeah, and then Couturier getting away with some punches on
Jankowski
there.
Yeah, let's see what he does here. He's got a stick. Oh no, that's current.
I mean, look, I get it. You're upset, you're losing, but you know what you could try and do, Couturier? You know what you could try and do, Konechny? You could try and score some goals. You could try that. Maybe try that.
Very true. It's a good point. I don't know if they could, though. They've been trying all night, and it hasn't really gone all that well for them. Oh, Carrier's on the ice, looking like he's got a scowl on his face. We wonder who he's talking to.
Yeah, maybe we do see Delorier on Saturday. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I told you I wasn't going to be around because we had tickets to a baseball game. I think we're going to skip the baseball game, especially now. I had a Flyer fan of mine, friend, offer me his tickets to Game 4 because he goes, "I'm not going now."
Dude, the announcer said, "Will there be pushback from Philadelphia?" Like, pushback?
It's already been.
It's over.
Well, yeah, I mean, physical pushback, yes. Will there be pushback as far as goal scoring? No, not tonight, especially. Maybe Saturday.
Oh, dude, they tried to land a huge hit there.
Yeah,
that's all they're trying to do at this point is hurt the Hurricanes.
Yep, just dump and let it go.
That's all they're trying to do at this point.
Yep, let them get into the puck first because they really don't care about scoring, and even if they do, it hasn't gone well. And then just get the puck on your stick and off your stick very quickly. Play it out of there. Christian getting chippy. I'm not sure if he's saying you are or he's describing to you that it's getting chippy.
I don't think he's talking about Christian Dvorak. I don't think. I didn't see him doing anything.
Maybe so.
Whatever.
Let's get out of here. Toss it around the back end. Throw it around there. Jen, when they actually.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even think about this. Dude, 7 wins in a row in the playoffs, man.
It's true. Ties the franchise record for longest win streak in the playoffs.
I know that Here
we go.
When we won that Stanley Cup run, we lost our first.
Oh, that's why he said Chris, because Dvorak did that. I think he's what he. He's throwing suckers again.
Oh, I missed it. I had to refresh my stream to not be super far behind.
Like Stankoven was just eating sucker punches because the refs got him both tied up, and the other guy's arm is free, but Stankoven's arms are not free at all. So he was sucker.
Dude, this is not the line to have out there, by the way, either.
Right, exactly.
2 of our smallest guys on the team.
Oh, Ghost took somebody down in a freaking headlock, head towards the ice.
Oh, yeah, Ristolainen, I think.
I like you know what they need to do when this stuff happens? They need a split screen so we can see the fights at the same time. You know,
I know.
Divide it up. Yeah, Stank is getting pissed because he's being held by the referee, getting punched by the Flyers player. Sealers, I think. Sealer. There's no way we don't see Delorier. After what we saw versus Ottawa, there's no way Rod doesn't let him play.
I'm not sure, man. I really am not. Maybe he takes
Where's the line? That's what it was.
If there's a player that's hurt, then yeah. But if not, then maybe he takes out Eric Robinson. Dude, Ristolainen is so much bigger than Stankoven. I love that Stankoven doesn't back down, though. I love that.
Yeah. I think he might have thrown back there if he had the chance. He just wasn't able to. Yeah, the Ghost was like, dude, you're not doing that to my guy. And then just takes him down UFC style. Oh, I love it.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean, you also do hate this stuff when they're completely out of the game and they're just trying to cause injury and frustration that will
Yeah.
boil over to the next game. I don't think we'll let that happen, but that's what they're trying and aiming for, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stank a little pit bull out there.
Well, you know what nobody wants to hear? You know what nobody wants to hear because NHL tradition, because NHL loves this sort of stuff and they try and protect this sort of stuff, but this is poor sportsmanship. This is being a sore loser.
Yep.
You're losing the game. You're losing the game and you're acting like a bunch of babies out there. Just take your loss, man up, and then play better the next game. Like, this is crazy. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, where was this in the first period? If you wanted to show how tough and manly you were, do it in the first period when it's still a game. Like,
Yep.
give me a
By the way,
break, man.
shout
You're
out
acting like
Lizard.
little babies right now.
Shout out to Lizard for jumping back on stream and hanging out
Yeah,
with us
man.
during the game, man. That was awesome.
Love having a Leafs fan in here.
Yeah. We like John a little bit.
No, I mean
Surprised
that. I
not
mean
more
that
Flyers
wholeheartedly.
fans.
I really do.
Yeah. No, I do too.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, Lizard.
I don't quite have a beer. I got some water in here. I did do my beer skate on TikTok and got suspended until the 12th of May.
Dude, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen.
I'm still awaiting my appeal process, though. My claim
That's okay.
is that I know that the game was on behind me, but that I don't think that people could have realistically watched it from as far away as I was.
Well, look, by the 12th of May, the appeal process will have been over with it. Like that's how long it's going to take anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
And you know what? It's going to be like the 20th of May before the Eastern Conference Finals happens. So
it's a good point. It's a good point.
Ooh,
we're going to get some stuff in the corner. No, they're just going to let it. Nice. There we go.
Bye, Philly. Bye.
See ya later, losers.
Bye. On your ice. On your ice. You got slapped around on your ice. 30 shots on goals from the Carolina Hurricanes. 19 and just another dismal power play performance from the Philadelphia Flyers. 0 for 5. Somehow we're 2 for 10. I don't think they just changed it to 2 for 9. I was gonna say, but still, like, I think some of those are a little like it is what it is. But power plays did show up tonight for the Hurricanes, not so much for the Flyers.
Yeah. Definitely did. Face-off percentage won by the Flyers. A little interesting. I mean, I didn't think it was lopsided, but I didn't realize that they had the advantage either. Barely the advantage, but still.
In game 2 and maybe even game 1 also.
Did they?
Yeah. I think.
You see the Canes fan in the crown doing the sweeping motion.
I think he meant crowd.
Oh, crowd. Yeah. Oh, yep, there it is. I just saw it.
Let me see this. Oh, yeah, there it is. Love that, dude. Some big old cojones on the dude with the Jarvis sweater in the front of the stands there. Love that, man.
Yeah, just be the last one out of the building, man.
No kidding. Or have an escort or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, have some big people with you.
Yeah, there's going to be some drunk Flyers fans looking for revenge.
Yeah, which is kind of sad. Like we said, this is what most people should have expected to happen, right? Maybe not a 3-0, but at least 2-1 at best. And I don't see how anybody else thought that. You know, we see the people who hate Carolina picking Flyers to win it. But I don't think a lot of people that know what the hell they're talking about thought the Flyers were realistically going to win this series. Yeah. The question that everybody had was, could they compete? Could they make it a long, tough series? No. But again, they're not full strength, so that's also a part of it.
Well, they're not full strength. Maybe they could have made it more of a series if they've got Tippett for the entire series, if they've got Noah Cates out there. You know, missing those guys is huge. That would be like us missing, I don't know, Aho and I don't know, Stankoven or something like that. Like,
well, we are missing Aho. He hasn't done.
That's true. Still haven't seen him. He was not noticeable in this game tonight again.
Nope.
But hey, we don't need him right now. And
No.
when we were doing our series prediction, we were asking like who needs to be the X factor, and I said Freddie. Freddie's been great so far in the series, but I was going to say some like Aho or somebody from that first line because they didn't produce in the first series.
Yep.
But you know why I didn't say them? Because I knew we don't need the top line in this series against the Flyers. Like, I'm sorry, Flyers fans, but we are so good and so deep. We don't need Aho and Svetch and Jarvis to be going off for us to beat you. But I will say this, in the Eastern Conference Finals, again, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We still have the hardest one to win, but I think it's going to happen. But when we do get to the Eastern Conference Finals, we will need our first line to produce. We will need Aho, Jarvis, and Svechnikov, who I think had a great game tonight. We need them to come through in the round that we can never get past, the Eastern Conference Finals, against whoever we face, whether it's Buffalo or Montreal.
No, I definitely agree with that. We definitely need a little bit better offense from that first line. My X factor was Svechnikov, and of course he gets a goal tonight finally, but previously
Great
had
game.
not scored
Had a great game.
single goal. Did have a great game, and he has been trying to be that pest that I don't know if he's quite to this level, but Brad Marchand like maybe Brad Marchand light is how I should describe it, because he's not quite the antic aspect of it, but he is trying to get under people's skin, and it is working to some extent. But then, you got the game last time around where he's taking a bunch of stupid penalties that almost cost us a few times. So, you take the good with the bad. So he was my X factor. I still don't think he has been the X factor. The closest he's been to that is tonight. Or you could have said he was the X factor in a bad way in the last game because of how much he cost the Hurricanes by sitting in the box. But yeah, I don't know though. Like who would be number one for the Canes as far as X factor in this series as of
in
right
the series
now?
so far?
Yeah,
maybe Hall still, even though
that's a good one.
he didn't do as much on the scoreboard tonight, but he was still active. Had that like all crucial game winner in game 2.
Yeah, we made it to the conference finals last year with Morrow in the lineup. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, but
I think he's talking about the like the injuries that we were talking about with Philadelphia. And I agree.
Yeah.
Like we had a lot of injuries last year, and nobody gives you credit for those. And you still, like, health is a big factor in the playoffs, and fortunately we have been healthy so far.
Yeah, that's the other part. Why do we need the first line to step up? Because somebody could get hurt or slower or not produce on that second line. So you got to have somebody ready to take that spot, both physically and otherwise. I mean, on the score sheet and just being there in general, consistently night in and night out. And we definitely don't have that from them at this point yet.
But you know who stepped up tonight? Nikolai Ehlers.
Yes.
He's had a great game tonight.
Yep. Did anybody take him as the X factor last time?
In this series, I don't. Actually, I think Andy did. I think Andy.
I was going to say, I think Andy
Ehlers
might have.
Yeah. So anyway, Nick, I'm gonna. I don't know if you already have your 3 stars ready to go, but I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my 3 stars for tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 3rd star to Andrei Svechnikov. I thought he had an impactful game. The power play goal was icing on the cake, but I think even beyond that, in the first period, he was one of the most noticeable players in that period, throwing the body, getting the puck. I thought also I want to give an honorable mention to Jackson Blake, who had a great game tonight as well, but just didn't get much to show for it. I'm going to give Freddie Anderson my 2nd star. Freddie Anderson, I will not blame that first goal on him. I think he had a fantastic game, but also I don't think he was tested very much past the first period. I think the Flyers, they put a lot of pressure in the first period, or at least early in the first period, but then after that, man, the Hurricanes really just played an incredible road game. And he faced, I think at the end of the day, only 19 shots on goal from a desperate Flyers team. You would think he would see more shots than that. And then finally, 1st star for me, I think this one, I mean, he just had such a good game tonight. I got to give first star to, and I'm blanking. I lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh. Wait.
Was it the defenseman?
No. He scored. Jordan Stahl. Jordan Stahl got us going on that power play goal, and then also had that amazing assist on the shorthanded goal for Chatfield. And
Yep.
I thought that line was so good for us tonight. And I think he never gets enough credit for how impactful he is. So my first star is Jordan Stahl tonight. Great game for him.
Very, very good. I like it a lot. I'm trying to figure out. Box score. Here we go. I just wanted to see one thing. Oh, okay. Do I still have that up?
No, I put it up just so they could see what you were looking at.
Oh yeah, I was looking at Martinook's stat line. So I'm going to go Freddie third star. Like you said, had he seen more shots and had one goal against, I probably could have had him higher. Solid, but he didn't have to have his greatest game. Like you said, kind of surprising we didn't see more shots from Philly, but we know how good we are defensively. So I'll give that to Freddie, just being solid and consistent in net. My second star, I think, goes to Martinook, +2, got 2 assists on the nights. He was, like you said, that whole line was great. And then I'm going to have to agree with you that Stahl, first of all, getting that first goal was huge. So I'm going to go with that being a big aspect of it. And then, like you said, that pass was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
And that was really the first dagger. I didn't think we were going to lose at 3-1, but obviously it was nice to add. Was Svetch's goal was the fourth one, or was that Ehlers? No, Svetch had the third. Ehlers had the fourth, right?
Svetch was the third, yeah, and then Ehlers had the fourth.
Okay. So I maybe got the goals mixed up a little bit there, but regardless, when your captain, who's your leader, is going out there and probably saying what needs to be said in the locker room, but then going out there and doing the actions that it takes to be a winner on the actual ice as well. I mean, solid number 1 star for me from Jordan Stahl.
2 things I want to say before we end. First of all, we get the criticism of boring hockey. Like, look, you know why we get that criticism? Because we force our team into playing boring hockey. The Flyers played boring hockey tonight. They only had 19 shots on goal. They only had 1 goal the entire game. And we're supposed to be sorry for making the other team look like crap tonight on their own home ice? No, we're not going to be sorry for that. We scored 4 goals, and none of them were empty net goals. I don't know what else you want from us. On the road, by the way. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to take this boring hockey crap. It's not our fault that we're just dominating the other team out there on their ice. Okay? And then in that regard, you know why we look so good? And it's never mentioned because they don't always get the stats. Our defense, we've always been a team that has been built from the defense out first. We started with Slavin and Pesci and then Shea eventually. Like, we've always been a team that has been stacked with defense. We had Burns for a while, but this defense might be the deepest and best defense that we've had in the Rod Brind'Amour era. Slavin, his goal-saving play.
Burnsy.
There's the Burn. Yeah, there's Burns. Slavin, his goal-saving play in the first period was amazing. That puck was going over the line if he didn't see it and react so quickly. And Chatfield had a great game. He had a goal. We went to Chatman too, but even beyond that, he was noticeable. He got rewarded because he played a great game tonight. Keandre Miller has been so good, even though maybe offensively he doesn't put up the stats that maybe you wanted to see like he did in New York. But defensively, he has been so good. Sean Walker playing physical for us, laying the body, like looking so good. They're like, all of our defense was phenomenal tonight, have been all playoffs. And those are the unsung heroes. They're going to carry us into the Eastern Conference Finals. And then we will see, maybe even to the Stanley Cup Finals. But up 3-0, you got to be feeling good if you're a Canes fan. Am I right?
Doing a little bit of this, sweat, towel waving, baby. I'm going to be pumped. I'll probably be wearing this into work tomorrow as I walk in because everybody around here is going nuts. for this team, either asking about how it went, if they're not a night owl and staying up for it, or they know all about it and they're ready to talk about it as soon as I walk in the door. So this whole triangle area is very bought in to Canes hockey and loving every second of it, because this team is damn good and there's nothing anybody else can do about it, unless maybe we meet up with the other best team in the league throughout the regular season, the Colorado Avalanche, who also look like they're on a tear. But they're letting up
Yeah.
they're letting up a good amount of goals here, and that's something that we are good at not doing. Be kind of an offensive versus defensive battle. Again, ahead of ourselves.
Way
but
too
I
far.
am
Way
excited.
too far ahead of yourself. Look, we've only have one win in the Eastern Conference Finals in the last couple of years. So
True.
and
Good
and
point.
the both those teams are legit. So yeah, let's just wait until we get there.
Very, very true. I will be a lot more intrigued now in the Buffalo versus Montreal series, because we have a great feeling that as soon as that one's over, we need to be looking at what day of the week we need to be scheduling Eastern Conference Finals games for.
Well, let me ask you real quick, Nick, before we sign off. Do you think that we are getting the sweep? Do you think we're winning game 4?
I mean, I called the sweep before this series started, right? I said I was kind
Yes,
of
you
thinking,
did. You did.
I was thinking 5, and then you guys started taking 5, and I go, you know what? The hell with it. We look like the best team in the NHL to me. We look like the best Hurricanes roster that's ever been assembled as far as just consistency. I'm not saying we've got the best offense we've ever had right now. We have some of the best weapons we've ever had right now. I don't know if like all together it's the best offense we've ever had. It's certainly the best defense we've ever put on the ice, with solid goaltending that we have yet to see consistently throughout the playoffs so far. So far, it's been the most consistent we've had. And so, yeah, I think they can get it done in a sweep. I really do. I think now, after what we just saw, it's Ottawa all over again, right? As long as we can withstand a bunch of dirty, cheap stuff to start the game and get back into our game, I think we're going to take care of business.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I will say if Owen Tippett can draw back into the lineup, then I will give the Flyers a good chance of winning that game. Emotions, everything like that. They're going to be doing everything they can to get one game on home ice just to extend the series. But dude, I picked him in 5, and so you would think that I should stick with that. But the team that I just watched out there ain't hanging with the Hurricanes if the Hurricanes bring their A game.
Nope.
Like the Hurricanes, they played a not so great second game 2, and it went to overtime because the Hurricanes did not bring their A game. The Hurricanes brought it tonight, and it wasn't close. Like maybe it was close in the first period, but over the course of time, it was not close anymore. And the Flyers were just left to be little punks at the end and just complaining and crying and whining and getting in cheap shots. So I don't know, man. If the Hurricanes bring that effort again and the Flyers are not getting any healthier, I just don't see how they get a win no matter whose ice it's on.
I love it, because I agree with you. We had one, I don't even think we had a bad game against the Senators, but we had one game where I feel like we had a really bad period. And then again, we still didn't lose, even in
that's the thing.
down performance.
Yeah.
Not what we usually see. We still won the game. Same thing happened, like you just said, in game 2 of this series.
And that's the thing. How do you know that your team is good? Even when you don't have your A game, you're still finding ways to win the game. And also, like Dylan is saying, it helps having Mr. Anderson playing like the way that he is playing.
Yeah. And I agree with him. Anderson doesn't really look 6'4". He looks 6'4" when you see him standing straight up in front of the net to me. Because if you've ever been in front of an NHL-sized net, those things are much bigger than they look on TV.
True.
They're huge.
So true.
So when you see a goalie stand in front of them, then you really get the vantage point of just how tall they are, especially with skates on, right? He's taller than 6'4" with skates on. But you're right. I mean, when he's out there on the ice with all the other players, no, I agree with you. He doesn't really look 6'4". So takes up a good amount of space. I think that's partly why sometimes, I think Bussy's a much faster and quicker goaltender overall than Freddie. Part of that is because he's younger, obviously, and he hasn't been injured as much. And then part of it's just because, I mean, was Bussy 6'2"? I don't think he's real tall, is he?
No, actually, Dylan says
Oh,
Bussy
Bussy's
is
6'5".
6'5" and Kochetkov is 6'3".
Well, see, yeah, and that's what's funny there. So Kochetkov looks really tiny to me. 6'3" is not tiny. He's taller than I am. I'm 6'2", but when Kochetkov's in that, I don't feel like he's very tall at all. But again, I'm not out there at the same time or whatnot. But interesting. Bradley jumping on. He asked us if we were doing a stream, and I was like, yeah, we might think about it. And then he jumped on at the end.
What's up, Bradley? Bradley has been the one guy who's been consistent Canes Crew supporter. It's always nice to see him in the chat, man.
Yeah, and a couple like again, Dylan, a couple other people really chatting it up here tonight, which was fun, man. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, no, shout outs to Dylan, who is with us, Lizard Jesus, Guardian, even throwing in some GGs there at the end.
Yeah.
Thankful for everybody who is stopping by to watch the reactions, watching me lose my crap and cut out my mic whenever Slavin saves the goal in the first period. But yeah, man, what a game. What a performance from the Hurricanes so far. 7 playoff games, 7 wins. Crazy.
Yep. Oh, man.
And you know what? I will say this. I knew going into this season that this might have the potential of being one of the best Hurricanes teams. And then throughout the season, it became very clear that this team was going to be built for the playoffs. This is going to be our best built playoff team. And it's been proven to be the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Flyers suck. Love from PA. That's from
Dude,
Q Nicky EP.
I'm guessing is he a Penguins fan?
Probably.
Love that.
Bradley says his YouTube didn't alert him when we went live. Probably because we went. Would you start it up at 7:55? I think is what we said.
Yeah, I mean, I hit the button at like 7:57, but yeah.
Nice. Stahl got the rope.
Dude, how is Dylan getting the intel? Like that happened? That couldn't have happened that long ago.
Oh, I just saw it.
Is it on Twitter?
He's probably like a minute ahead of us with the streams.
Oh, I turned off the feed. Okay, so it's on TV. Okay.
Yeah, they did show it. Oh, he's a Wild fan. There we go. Oh.
Nice. Oh, in enemy territory.
Yeah. Stanky didn't score. He's fallen off a cliff offensively.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's fallen off a cliff, but yeah, he's definitely.
I think he's being facetious. I think he's being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I will say, like, his puck luck isn't quite as good. He had a couple spots where his puck luck was pretty good too. He had some in the first period, I remember he had a grade A opportunity on a nice setup from Jackson Blake.
But yeah. Gotta love Stankoven, man. You know what I loved most about Stankoven in this game tonight was at the end, he's getting challenged by guys who are like 6 inches taller than him, and he's giving it right back to him. That guy has the heart of a lion, man.
Yeah.
Love Stankoven.
Yep. That's my hardest decision right now is who to put on the back of this jersey now. On this run, question. Man.
Who do you have? Who do you like? Do you have any options?
No. I mean, I guess I can just pick it and send it off. I don't want to do that really because I have it for like 6 weeks. It's a ridiculous time frame. So
I have a Slavin jersey, and I used to have an Aho jersey. I gave that one away. I would not mind having another Aho jersey. I feel like you have to but like, you know whose jersey I feel like I need to have because of how amazing he's been for the Hurricanes? I need a Martinook jersey. I need a Jordan Martinook jersey. And the great thing also for any Canes fans, Bradley, anybody else out there who are Canes fans, if you have a Martinook jersey, and if I see you in a Martinook jersey, I'm going to that's a guy who knows. Yeah. That's a guy who knows that it's not all about stats. He knows who the real ones are, who the ones who are really contributing out there. I love Jordan Martinook and everything he brings to this team.
Yeah. And how great, again, getting ahead of ourselves, but how great would it be to see him lift a cup over his head too? Like that would just be icing on the cake.
I think I would cry. I think I would legit cry. I'm not even joking. I think tears would roll down my cheeks if I saw Jordan Martinook lifting a cup. I'm not joking.
Yep. And it's been so long that I feel like I'd almost be in tears to see Jordan Stahl lifted over his head too, like because of what he went through. He came over to this team thinking like, I'm going to play with my brother. We're going to make the playoffs. We're going to go on a run, and it like never happened. And then it looked like it was never gonna happen. And now he's been grinding to get back to Eastern Conference Final. Finally, do that. We don't play good enough to win it. I don't want to say bad because I don't think we played bad. But now is looking like the time. That's the downside, right? Now they've built it up so much that if we don't succeed to at least getting to the cup, it's a failure. And I think that's fair though, because we also got to that point last year. So if you just get to that point and lose, it's not acceptable. You at least have to take the next step, right? Like it's hard to win a cup. It's lucky, it's healthy, it's good all at the same time, but it's also looking like this is your best chance. And so if you don't take advantage, you don't know what next year holds. It could be,
dude, the stars are aligning for the Hurricanes this year. Everybody's healthy. The Florida Panthers are not in the playoffs. We are the best team remaining in the Eastern Conference. We were the best team in the Eastern Conference going into it, but we are definitely the best team. I'm not saying that there aren't teams that can beat us. Montreal can beat us. Buffalo can beat us. The Flyers cannot beat us. They might be able to beat us in 1 game or 2 games, but they're not beating us in this series. I'm sorry, Flyers fans. We are a much better team than they are. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. But yeah, like I will say this. If you win more than 1 game in the Eastern Conference Finals, technically you're doing better than the last few years. But True. I think this is the year, I agree with you, where I will be very disappointed if we don't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, which, just to put that in perspective, because I don't think people realize how difficult that is, only 2 teams out of 32 teams go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
Only 2 out of 32. And to say that you will be disappointed if you're not at least the second best team in the entire National Hockey League is kind of crazy. That's also kind of where we are right now with the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah. That's another point too that I think people will say, oh, that fans didn't show up or the tickets didn't sell out as fast as other places. It's like, yeah, because we've been here, done this. No one's excited about the first round, especially Ottawa. Like, yeah, we're going to beat these guys. And now with the Philly, yeah, I mean, it's kind of more fun because Philly fan base is, brings passion and awareness to, other areas that maybe wouldn't have tuned in otherwise, kind of thing, maybe. But, Canes fans expect better. They expect to get to this point. You can say that we've had early exits. Yeah, that was in the past. We've been building consistently, and now we expect to build this year. Again, if we don't at least reach the Cup final, I do think that it's not what's going to be accepted by this. I don't want to say failure, right? Like if you fail to make it, but I don't think that it's a failure of a season. I do think you fail to meet expectations you probably set for yourself. And again, what this fan base expected for it.
Well, dude, it's like to say that you're being one of the 4 best teams in the entire league as a failure is insane to me. So I don't accept that. But I will say that this team, I think, expects to, if not win the whole thing, they expect to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. And I think that's a reasonable expectation. The only other thing I want to say, I saw Bradley's comment earlier about Martinook being the heart and soul of this team. I completely agree. And I will say there's only 2 people that I have advocated, and I'm not a big like, hey, let's make a statue of everybody. I'm not that guy. But there are 2 people, only 2, that I've advocated deserve statues in front of the Hurricanes arena. One is Rod Brind'Amour, and the other is Jordan Martinook, because that dude is the heart and soul of what has brought this recent run of success for the Carolina Hurricanes. And last thing I want to touch on, you mentioned this about how amazing it would be to see Jordan Stahl with a cup raised over his head. Now, he already has a cup win in his belt when he was young with the Pittsburgh Penguins, but consider what he went through after he got traded. Like you said, he thought he was going to play with his brother. It ended up not working out. Consider the fact that he had to sit under, who was that awful coach that we had? We had Kirk Muller.
Yep.
But then after Muller, who was the guy who got who had all the accusations come out when he was with Calgary? Gosh, what was that guy's name? He was an older guy, and he was terrible. He was such a bad head coach. Bradley, please help me out. He was the Hurricanes head coach before Rod. Hurricanes head coach before Rod. Bill Peters. Bill Peters.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Oh my
about
gosh.
Bill Peters.
And
I hated
Jordan
Bill Peters.
Stahl had to play under Bill Awful Peters. Oh my gosh. And then he just gave it all, no matter what, even though we were terrible. And then look where we're at now. And he had an amazing game tonight. And I hope he gets a chance to lift that cup again.
He said Martin Hook statue is a wild take.
I don't care. I do not care. Can you name another player besides Rod Brindamore that would deserve it more than Jordan Martinook? That guy, like, if you want to sum up the spirit of the Hurricanes in this current iteration, it is Jordan Martinook.
Yeah.
Because he's the kind of guy that you're not going to put his jersey in the rafters because he doesn't have the stats, but his contribution is so important. I feel like he deserves a statue. I'm sorry.
It's already discussed it, but do you think Hall's hit was dirty? I don't. I think it looked worse than it was, because if you go back and look at it, Hall realizes that he's ducked down or has fallen, and actually, like, you can see him, he literally like starts to lift his hands up so that he avoids any contact with the head. He could have crushed him a whole lot worse than that. And I think that's what he went to go talk to him about. It was like, hey man, I saw you were going down. I tried to pull away from the hit entirely. Couldn't. Like I was coming to the board. It's too fast. Again, I don't think he gets to say all that, because then what's his name takes him to the ice and gets a penalty for it. But I think he was trying to say, man, hey, I wasn't trying to have that look that way. But it was just a bad situation. So
I thought the hit on who was the Ottawa defender that Hall hit in the first round, the head hit.
Yeah,
I'm blanking right now. It's been a long night, but either way, I actually thought that hit was more dirty than this hit. Like, Hall wasn't going after the head. I don't even think he was trying to board the guy. I think he was looking for a good hard hit. And then Sanderson. Oh, Sanderson. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Dylan.
Sanheim and Sanderson. Man, he hates defensemen with the first four letters of SAND. But anyway, like, I think he ducked and turned away at the last second, and it looked worse than actually what Hall intended it to be.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Like, it just the whole situation was not great. And I think if he's straight up and down skating, I think Hall crushes him. And I still think the Flyers take exception, because it's one hell of a big hit, but it's not dirty and it's not looked at in the same realm. Unfortunately, he was falling or ducking, whatever it was, to get out of the way of the hit, and it looked way worse. And he probably made it worse. But again, in that moment, if he was ducking, he was trying to avoid a big hit. And if he was falling, then there's nothing he could do about it. So I don't blame Hall. I don't really even blame Sanderson for being mad about it. In that moment, you can't see what he tried to do or didn't do in that speed of the game. So yeah, I mean, I it's fine. He took exception to it. And honestly, when Hall was trying to talk to him, he wasn't even the one that took the penalty. So
yeah,
his teammate came up and did that.
Dude, I don't think Hall was trying to hurt anybody. Like, I don't like, because that's the thing. If I think it's dirty to me is like you're trying to injure a player. Yeah. I don't think he's trying to injure a player. I think what's his face from the Senators tried to injure Nikishin, and it worked. And now it was a clean hit, but I think it was with an intent to injure. It was very late after the puck left. So I would actually argue that plays a little dirtier, because he's trying to actually injure a player. I would also argue,
he admitted to that. He admitted to that, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. You're right. I would also argue that Couturier throwing like the running I am so tired right now. Cross check into the back of, who was it? Jarvis, or no, I forget who it was, but like it was a running cross check into the back of somebody. It was Walker. Like, that is dirtier. Like, that's with an intent to injure than what Hall, like, it looked bad. It wasn't what Hall intended. I don't think Hall's trying to hurt anybody out there.
No.
I think Flyers players were.
Yep. And we'll see a lot more of that in game 4, unfortunately, at least to start with. But as Dylan and Bradley are saying, we think D'Lo or Delorier will go in that one. I hope he does, because first of all, I think he kind of deserves it, right? Like, this is a guy who the team seemingly loved as soon as he came into the locker room. And
Yeah.
you know, I think he wants to prove his worth and show these guys, like, I'm here to fight with you too. And, you know, if he gets to do that against his old team, I'm sure part of him wants to do that and say, hey,
Right.
look where I ended up. Look what situation I'm in now.
Well,
yeah,
that's the ironic thing too, is this is against his former team. And it's funny, but when they traded him at that point, the Flyers looked like they were out of it. And like Columbus was still easily in that playoff, and then Columbus fell apart, and the Flyers played really well down the stretch. The Flyers thought they were out of it. They traded D'Lo to the Hurricanes. D'Lo didn't play much for the Hurricanes. Now he's playing his former team, and I'm sure, like, in some sense, he's sad to not be with that team as they're on their playoff run. But I'm with you. He's probably happy that he's on a team that's going to be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. So yeah, I hope maybe for his sake, he does get a chance to prove himself against his former team who traded him away.
Yep. All right. With that, I think we close it out. Like you said, you're a little tired. I'm a little tired. Get some rest. We can sleep nice tonight, Christian. Unlike the Flyers fans, we ain't got to cry ourselves to sleep. We can go to sleep happy and wake up with a smile on our face, baby. So let's do it.
Philadelphia Criers.
One more comment from Nate Jones. I love it. And the fact that my family's up in that area and I get to talk trash all day tomorrow and Saturday, it's going to love it even more. Philly gave up a 7th-round pick for him, so he should go there and destroy them with the team who wanted him and the coach who admitted he wanted him for a few years now. That's true.
Yeah, no,
that's
Rod
true.
loves D'Lo.
Yes.
The whole team does.
Yeah. So hopefully we get to see him. Hopefully he gets to throw some fisticuffs and we get a little bit of physical revenge back for some of the cheap crap we saw at the end of this one. But until Saturday evening,
which real quick, we will not be doing a live stream for the game on Saturday, unfortunately, but we will be doing a recap. So come visit us after the game.
Yep, we'll be here. Until then, see y'all later. Let's go Canes.